again to start things off. We'll take a look at the rogue selection here. Kestrel, Chalk, Dahlia, Seeker. Pretty much expected, I would say, from Right Turtle. Will Iron Apes mess with the formula at all?
I don't know, but this is a nice first three maps that we're going to see. Windward, little balance between attack and defense. Skyfell, more attack sided, and then High Castle, of course, more defensive sided. So this is really going to test the nature of both teams in every aspect. And we're starting off with a little bit of a balance in Windward. So we're going to see some Seekers coming out, of course. The Dahlias, will we see the double Kestrels? We will. The Chalks, totally mirrored comp. You can just split this down the middle. Eye for an eye, rogue for a rogue.
Windward is the map where we do see this quite a bit. I don't think we see too much experimentation. Seeker just gives you so much intel. Chalk used a lot to, be aggressive, to try to plant sometimes in some of these more open areas. And you generally want rogues that maybe other than the Chalk have good damage at range, that can actually kind of poke out Executioner with the Dahlia, of course, and Kestrel. They are Sahara on the Seeker. There's a good way to poke when you get forced to fight at a distance, but starting up here. I mean, Right Turtle, they got to be feeling some energy, and I say that only because they were literally screeching in the pregame lobby that we got to hear before we loaded in.
I totally mute that, Kresnik. After you do so many of these CMGs
at my computer,
you get used to doing it like as soon as that final scoreboard pops up, because they like to talk some trash, but when they start screaming in my ears, man, I gotta get out of there.
They were doing quite a bit there, so clearly someone on Right Turtle is feeling this, and they're going to hope to feel that on attack, trying to set the pace for this game. A will be their angle of approach. 3 members over here. I think one is lurking a little bit further back. You can see Slopodopolous kind of holding back, but 2 players holding close. Hylight and Kuhl spotted Prosper. I think they got spotted themselves. Right Turtle aren't quite ready to plant the bomb just yet.
A little bit of passiveness. Look at this. Waiting for Kuhl's back to be towards him. Gets a couple shots in him, but can't finish him off. And that goes to say with the patience, right? A lot of players in some ranked games and, the casuals or maybe in the lower tiers of the competitive scene haven't fully understood or learned that patience skill just yet. But we see it there, just waiting for the best opportunity to get some shots in. It did give away his position, though. Bomb gets planted as well.
It's all that matters to them, I think, getting that bomb planted and being able to work around it. I don't think they know that Hylight is right here, though. Obviously, no way he's going to stick the defuse, but he is so close that they might be able to get the defuse started a little faster than they're expecting, but Slop angles them with the Halo drone. Seeker's low, but he can't get any more damage on them. Now the play is happening on the other side of the map. Pulsza downs Kuhl, so it's 2 out for Iron Apes. Hylight forced to go back and pop the rage. Pulsza aggressive on him with his own rage pop. Dahlia can't see, stuck crawling. Hylight, though, still wins that duel. The timer is running low. 2 versus 3 now. With Emess here to watch the defuse. Hylight, no way he can commit to this in this angle. This bomb is going to go off, and Right Turtle will get off. Things on the right foot, 1-0.
Well, this is a totally different Right Turtle than we saw against Cute Hamster, right? They look much more precise and cut and dry on their attack. Maybe it's because it's Windward, maybe it's because it's against Iron Apes, or maybe it's just because, they had some time to think about what happened while Iron Apes was in a little bit of a pickle with the catfish.
They got to watch the game, too. They got to watch their POVs and kind of tell how they maybe are looking to play, or the fact that they were humongo tilted in the previous couple of maps, so hoping they can start off strong.
They had a battle with a catfish. I've gone catfishing before, so I know how it feels. You think you're winning, you get that lure hooked to the lip of that catfish, you start to reel it in, but the fish is playing dead with you, and then all of a sudden it takes off. Your boat starts moving because you forgot to put the anchor down, and they had to close it out, reel that fish in, and now, Right Turtle battling with the Iron Apes here. First round did go to them, so they have a little bit more economy because of that bomb.
Definitely helps. Helps that they got that plant down, that the Chalk was able to commit and do it. Good way to start things off. But now they're further back. Iron Apes not willing to contest quite as hard as last time. Right Turtle don't know this, of course, so they are playing very tentative, just dipping their toe in the water, seeing if the pool is
They've also changed up who's playing where. Corrupt Seeker still in the middle, but Coolmax there with them now. Hylight's playing in mid. Oh, almost didn't see him, but Dahlia in the corner of her eye.
Corrupt! Bounce nade! Catches him on that push. Pulsza's tried to slow them down, but Corrupt gets his 3rd down of this round. It's only the Kestrel standing, and he's going for a res. The push is coming in, but they aimed at the wrong person. Still able to turn in time to find him. Iron Apes on the back of Corrupt. Huge play are able to fight back.
Yeah, double down from Slopodopolous, but Corrupt gets the better end of it when he backs up, allows all of that chaos to ensue, drops a little potato in there that blows up and gets 3 of them, comes back in with the pistol, and helps his teammate finish off that last member. Great play from Corrupt. And I just said, you know, they changed up where their positioning was. Cool Matt played a little bit in mid this time. So did Hylight, though. And he would have had a huge play if the Dahlia didn't spot him out as quickly as she did.
Yeah, for sure. I also don't know if I really love the play that Right Turtle tried to do. I think they could have committed to that plan. Obviously, they don't know that, but they thought they could hunt for a frag. Clearly, Iron Apes were very aware of that because they were ready to turn that area into a killing field there in the middle of the map. Right Turtle, again, grouping up here, but a lot slower this time, hoping to punish some early aggression.
And once again, playing in different spots. Hylight jumping around on the A site and in pit. You got Corrupt, instead of being in mid, he's playing on that B site. You hear that arrow coming through. Must have gotten some intel because they're starting to just delay their push on that right side. Remix playing inside that mid cut from A.
Way to start it. They have some angle here. I want to see where this arrow exactly goes. They're just spotting cannons. They see that no one's close, but Hylight could now try to take that ground now that he heard that arrow maybe going by. Not willing to do it. I think he's a little further back than he needs to be to retake that. But here's the rage popped early. The Chalk with the bomb really forward in cannons again. I get having Chalk with your bomb, but maybe throw it before you get aggressive still. They end up on the better end. Prosper gets it down onto Hylight. They're moving in to get close. They will finish off this chunk because he doesn't have that rage to self-res. Only 30 seconds remaining, and now they're down 1, but it's a trade with the Halo drone. Slop gets remix, even though he falls himself. Now they're looking to finish it off. Cool, barely escaping this. Not a lot of HP on the side of Iron Apes. The Right Turtle are in a decent position maybe to stop them. I don't know if Prosper knows he's about to get swarmed. Members of Iron Apes, though, and he gets down right in the middle of the open.
Oh, man. Prosper, I think he let go of that angle a little too soon. Yeah, he's in the wide open. At the same time, he could have got some shots with his teammates shooting from behind him. They could have downed 1, delayed that defensive push from Party Box. Now they have to back up and kind of hold pit. And I think they have planted for that side, so that is in their favor. No utility left from either team. The recharge on the bow, not even halfway through. Fake the defuse. Looks like a smoke might come through. 1 down. Pulsza gets it, but Corrupt answers, and then Emess gets taken out by Corrupt. Corrupt really stepping up in this game and starting, for a lack of better words, to corrupt this game plan from Right Turtle.
Yeah. Slipping away from him because of that. Can't get that save back now. Iron Apes with great counterplay near the end. Could have worked from Right Turtle. I liked how they were playing around where the bomb was planted, but just the shift to the right, knowing that they have to fight another angle from Iron Apes. It's heads up, and it worked.
Yeah, I really like the fact that even though they won the pistol round, they haven't been able to get anything going in the next 2 rounds. Just some mistakes on their rotations. Maybe they got a little overzealous trying to chase a kill or 2 in those 2 rounds, but big kudos to the defending Iron Apes, saying, you know what, we lost pistol round, we need some economy, let's play a little passive, let's work together, crossfires, team shooting, let's get it done.
It's working for now, and that's why Right Turtle have decided to completely change their game plan. Look at him.
And Kuhl is getting so aggressive here, pushing all the way up towards Party Box from the defensive side. No one is there, but he doesn't know quite yet. He needs some intel from his teammates to call this out. Being revealed over and over off of that sensor drone being thrown out by the Seeker. Has the bomb in his hand, and we've seen too many times that has gone awry for Right Turtle.
Just, I get that he doesn't want to plant right now, but like, if you're gonna push, if he wants to go in, okay, he's gonna go for the plant instead. I'm just like, don't walk in and pressure if you don't want to go for this.
They've got to push Corrupt out of back truck stop, though, because they have 3 people pushing market, which means they look like sitting ducks in a pond right now, stuck between a pincer. They've got to take one side and take control of it.
And they're pushing up to the trucks now. Now that the bomb is down, they're going in, but they're caught up, running right through the other side of the site. Are the members of Iron Apes? Hylight gets 1 finishes, but can't get himself saved there. Halo Drones gets another down, but the self-res Hylight lets him stay aggressive. We see someone up there by Market 8. Slopodopolous, he's the last one standing in a 1 versus what will be 3 very shortly, unless he can get Prosper revived. Only 1 second left to get it. Will do it, but now they're trying to run in. Decides he can't commit to the res. Has to go for a kill. Gets the first down, but can't win the next. Can't protect that bomb. Iron Apes will get another defuse, and they are looking very solid so far in Windward.
All right, I can see on his neck. You should get that tattoo instead of the arm tat. You know, we'll go a little smaller. You got to get the one on the back of his neck, Kresnik.
I'm okay,
But
thank
yeah,
you.
that was a nice push there from the defensive side. It looked like it was falling apart because Pulsza got one, stayed alive. Dahlia jumps up, gets another. But the sustainability, just being able to dodge and weave, get behind truck stop, revive one of those, and then just recollect themselves, regroup, repush, and stay together. You saw Slop. I think he probably could have gotten that revive on Dahlia, on Prosper. And if he doesn't have a helping hand, that's when you're cutting it close with that revive. But also, I don't think he needed to peek as hard as he did. Just play time, back up a little bit, maybe get eyes on bomb.
Yeah, could have been the play, but felt like he really had to fight. Don't think he had the utility left because of an early use of the Halo, so no chance really there. Here comes the push right now, right Turtle. Already taking some ground on site, forcing them back with Cafe control, and Iron Apes are saying, all right, well, we'll just watch mid, I guess, for now, and let you take it and play for a post plan.
Oh, I like this angle too. I end up using that angle a lot, especially since you can kind of just hide behind that staircase there and still see all the way across the cannons for a good bit. Just trying to keep them at bay, not trying to down anyone. If that happens, hey, that's great. You got some good aim. You did it fast enough. Electing to go with that MXR as the Dahlia too, so can do that.
Why do it with the bomb again?
Time after time, he gets picked up though.
He does, and somehow will survive, finding the next down one more time. But again, the bomb now in the open, giving Iron Apes something to anchor themselves around. Kuhl very low. Can honestly get arrow bounced if he wants to go for it, but just trying to chip away at his toes if they're peeking out. And gonna go for the res now. Playing it safe is Emess, 2 versus 2. Will be able to get this res too, so it's going to be a lot tougher. But there's Halo drones coming in. They're getting forced into the corner. Corrupt managing to survive it now, but they have to go for this res. They know that there's going to be 2 guns. They're willing to push it together. There's the melee early. There's still 2 players standing now. They're pre-firing. 1 down. It's just Kuhl left standing. Slop forced to reload, and Emess gets them all. Pushing in. Everyone stuck there. Wins that gunfight. The Seeker now showing up for Right Turtle. Corrupt was doing it early for Iron Apes. Emess saying that he can do it too.
You know, I was going to be very upset if they didn't win that. They backed him into the corner. Nowhere to go except for in the ocean, off the map. They throw Halo drones at him to back him up. He also threw a bounce nade from Kestrel as well. They were just firing them down, keeping them in that corner. There was 1 stuck in the corner, then there was 2 stuck in the corner, then there was 3 stuck in the corner, and then there was 3 bodies in the corner, okay? So almost did not go their way. Luckily, they were able to just say, you know what, we've got a bunch of ammo. Let's just pre-fire around the corner. Whew, that's a close one. I would have been shaken if I was them, especially after giving up the bomb in their possession twice that time. The Dahlia res did come through to help out the Chalk the first time. He was able to help get it down, but you cannot keep doing that. That's like the 12th time today in 2 matches.
And it just kills me. I feel like they just forget. You know, they want to pop the rage. They want to be aggressive. I feel like people just forget. Once you use your rage as Chalk, the only value of having the bomb on him is to roll away if you get downed by spam. But then the bomb is still stuck where you wanted to plant it anyway, so never really works out. But Kuhl around the back while they get the down from the Halos just a little bit off. Stop that one from happening. Pulsza has to use the rage to get himself up, and Prosper now traded in return from the members. And they're actually great control right now from Iron Apes. What space are they going to take? They're actually all running in mid, leaving a lot of ground open. What will they get from it? They'll spend a flash, and now AA just Death Squad rolling in around the side. And look at this crossfire from Hylight. Perfect place. They have the bomb open now, and they have total control on site as they try to flood in. They know that Prosper's there. I'm not sure if they know about Slop, but now they're going to have a pretty good idea. Kuhl forced out, not going to get down entirely as they're waiting for help. Pulsza won't be revived. Only the 2 remaining, the Paladins duo, Prosper and Slopodopolous, looking for something, anything, but stuck in this corner and no chance to plant the bomb. They have to move. 10 seconds left, maybe hoping for just a kill of some kind, but they're smoked off in a lot of different angles. They are low on HP. 4 seconds left. This round is going to Iron Apes.
Yeah, that's a good defensive hold. I like the way they flanked into party box, kept them at bay, and then still had Hylight with the Chalk sitting on garbage cans in mid, was able to burst down Emess as soon as he thought he was behind half wall on site and safe. But I like the itemization coming out of Right Turtle, though. They're starting to get the items online that they need. I mean, you saw that reveal at the end come through for Corrupt, but it was just as quickly as it came through, it disappeared. So Prosper grabbing Cloaked. Just need to find some openings. Give that bomb a chance to get planted. Maybe get a pick or two. If you can't, you got to be able to back out, have an emergency exit at your disposal. And sometimes a little quicker than you may have liked.
Yeah, if you can get away, if the utility hits, if you're surprised, you definitely can punish. Need to find a way out. Hylight. Knocking Pulsza out here. Will be forced to go for the self-res, but they use the Halo drones to guarantee.
Oh, goodness. He left
there.
a bomb in their possession again, Kresnik. We're starting to sound like broken records, but again, I mean, the chalk. Pulsza playing like a broken record. Run at him. Rage, flashbang, die, bomb left in their possession. Here's a gift for you, Iron Apes. We gave it to Cute Hamsters for 3 games. Now we'll give it to you.
If he wants to be aggressive, I just want him to drop the bomb. That's all I really want. Just drop it off somewhere. I don't even care if anyone picks it up. Just leave it.
I don't think they realize they're on or they're on attack. Maybe they didn't get the memo that they're no longer on defense here. Oh no, we've got a bomb in our possession. Guess what? You don't have it in your possession for very long every round.
They went 2 patches back. They're like, this isn't half. We didn't switch sides. Why do I still have my rifle? That's crazy. Remix. Downs Prosper. Emess gets the trade. We'll get the res as well. I don't think this will come to anything really though, but Hylight finds him here trying to push for the bomb again. Forced to make that move. So losing that, it's only 2 players left with no bomb control. Arrow spots Prosper, not Emess. Emess tries to go up top. Might actually get surprised, but gets eyes on him. So well aware of where they all are. They have to make it to the bomb, of course, because it's under complete control from Iron Apes. And again, I don't think it's going to be doable with only 10 seconds left. They're trying to flood through. Winning that one, couldn't get the melee off in time. They get 2 downs. And now he's just running away. Might as well. They're not going to make it to the site in time as long as he stays alive. They're just hunting. The last player can't find him, run out of time, man. Only if you had the bomb. Iron Apes 5-2 at the half.
2 straight rounds where time just runs out for the attackers. They have got to keep better possession of the bomb. And yeah, that can't happen in this game because they're swapping halves. But, I mean, it's only game 1. So, game 2, game 3, keep that bomb in your possession when you're on the attack, man. That bomb's your best friend because if you plant it, the bomb goes tick, and if it goes boom, you get a win. And that can't happen when you can't plant the bomb, and you can't plant the bomb if you lose the bomb, and they're just camping it.
Yeah, you can't have a chance to extend that timer any further. The defense gets to play as passive as they want, as long as they're anchored around that area. But now Iron Apes have to be a little aggressive. They are on attack. They have to get that bomb planted. Force something out of Right Turtle. I do want to see how Right Turtle now will play this defense if they'll try to take as much ground as they were with some of their early plays. But you can already see one player very far back on A, watching over pit and sight. And they're just going to hold their spots spread pretty far. No one really able to help each other other than with Crossfire.
Playing this pretty passive. It's a change of pace, especially in the pistol round. I know both teams, they'd like to get aggressive in those pistol rounds sometimes. Just got to slow things down, and I think that's what the Iron Apes elect to do here. Just trying to gather some intel. See the bounce nade, Halo drone still available for Remix.
It's a lot of pressure.
Times where he's popped off, so maybe this could be the start of something for Remix.
For sure, especially with everything he has in this early round. That could be so much pressure if they find someone for it. But Iron Apes just not moving quite yet. Biding their time, looking for someone to misstep. Pulsza in a pretty aggressive position, I would say, if someone tries to walk into him. But actually, someone's ahead of him. But just using that cover the way that he is, double crossfire. If they flood in, they'll have to fight someone else first. So maybe a little less aggressive than I thought initially. But smoke's out, so this is going to be the sign for them to begin to walk in. But here's a flashbang from Pulsza. Is that the way they're going to collapse on it after forced back his Hylight? They were trying to surround them. Every number of them stacked him in one spot, winning that one, getting the down as well. 3 versus 4 now. Simpo coming in from Corrupt, trying to stop the players up top. That means these players are isolated and can't help the people over here by B. The rest of Iron Apes can flood in, take advantage of that, but now he's going to be forced out, and Pulsza wins the fight against Kuhl. The bomb still gets planted now. Again, timer ticking away for them, and caught at range by the other Chuck. Will get picked up here, so it will be a 3 versus 3, but again, attackers have the advantage because that bomb is down.
I like that cover fire from Hylight, just helping out his Kestrel. Kestrel survives, gets her health back, so now it's still that 3v3 you mentioned. Turning around, checking truck stop. We've got all 3, and they're all 3 going to get revealed, it looks like. And Corrupt in a perfect spot.
Here they come flooding in. 3 players running down, just going into sight. Does Hylight have a crossfire on them? No, Remix is back there, though. Does he still have any utility? They get revealed, but the bomb's on the other side, which they're just now figuring out, and all of them are waiting right around it. Someone has to stick the defuse. No way to do it if they're all right there, and blink and you miss it. The rest of Right Turtle falls 6-2. Iron Apes with a great attacking start.
That was like a cat and mouse with Remix, and he led him right to the land of cheese, but the mice protected it perfectly.
Bombs down.
Cheese, were you thinking? The land of cheese right there, mouse trap.
I'm a quesoist. That's like my religion, you know. So I like cheese.
Oh, but now that one definitely
Cheese,
won't work on a mouse trap. So
you can put cheese on anything, basically, right? And also,
True.
you can eat it when it's good. You can eat it when it goes bad because it's technically not bad.
I don't know about that.
Cottage cheese,
It's just
moldy
other cheese. The
man.
words in my ear that you guys didn't get to hear are pretty funny there. But right now, cheese off the menu.
Yeah, some good Gouda.
Right Turtle.
Some Gouda.
Right Turtle trying to prove that they're lactose intolerant. Won't fall for that one again. Iron Apes, how will they look to approach this? It's another split start, but they ended up clumped near the end when they actually had an objective to play around.
You can see Slop just bouncing in and out of that peak. He doesn't want to show his face, though. Bomb being in favor of Hylight. Different chalk, same game plan, hopefully, other than the give the bomb away for free strat.
And it is a strat. We've clarified this now.
Yeah, it is a strat. Okay, yeah.
Because you force them to play around one spot, right? Because they have to watch the bomb. So
Yeah,
then you know
it hasn't been working for them, so.
Right? No, I mean it makes sense. Makes sense. Highlight down, but we'll get away. Bomb on site, somewhere that they can retake. That's the way you like to see it. Most of the time, Kuhl not picking it up. They will get the res, but now Right Turtle shifting around. You can see where their positions. Two people are going to watch site from far away. Prosper watching the close mid cut, but actually getting downed by a nade from Kuhl. So this could open the door for them to walk in. They're pushing over here, trying to punish anyone trying to go for a res. That's 2 picks for free for Iron Apes, and they're just going to bail on A entirely and take B for themselves.
I love this strat. We've seen it a few times this weekend already. You go towards A, you get a pick, you flood through mid, take out that, grab that control of that space, and then you just head towards B, get the plant set up for free on the post plant. Hylight gets taken down. Emess, couple headshots on the Kuhl, can't finish him off though. All 3 members hovering around, and now the Riptide looking to rip people apart. All cross onto Market, has control of the bomb site. At least one side of it.
And it's a 2-on-2 now, but what can they get out of it? Can't revive Kuhl, but they do manage to get the chalk back up. And now, again, pressure is on Right Turtle to get in and get this bomb defuse. You can see Slop pushing forward. Remix rolls in, loses that fight. Slop's going to have to go and stick the defuse, I think, but look where Hylight is. There's absolutely no chance Slop will get down on that rotation, and Iron Apes are looking fantastic so far here on Windward.
Yeah, I mean, Slop got that down. Luckily, the dodge roll helped him out because the enemy wasn't able to shoot him as quickly as he started shooting his gun, so he wins that initial 1v1. But guess what? Hylight said, I'm out of here. Just started flanking all the way behind. Slop just didn't get the memo. Still looking in the same direction he was to begin with. He gets shot right in the back and hasn't regenerated his health. Had no stim shots to his name, apparently. Otherwise, he would have been able to heal directly after that initial knock. But great play from Hylight. Good awareness to just tuck it and run.
Because he knew that they had to make a rotation. And they were already flanked early. I think Right Turtle played the start of that as well as they could, right? I mean, they had them completely surrounded. They had 2 downs early, just couldn't finish anyone off. Emess! Early down on Hylight, but guess what he did before he pushed? He dropped the bomb and gave it to someone else. And now it's not left out in the open. He's going to roll away and survive.
By the
That
Dahlia
too.
link.
That too, all of it adds up. Crook seems to know exactly where Emess is. Will get that kill there, so advantage already to Iron Apes in what could be the final round if they make the rest of this one work. Bomb will planted shortly, but Slopodopolous with a huge flank around to down and finish Remix. Things are evened up now. And they actually aren't going for that bomb plant. They're going for an aggressive push instead. Pulsza loses the fight against the double peek from Hylight and Kuhl. Now, again, advantage taken back by Iron Apes, and they're going to flood onto Prosper. He'll get 1. He'll get 2! Other people pushing him, but Kuhl manages to win that in the end. Who is there to help? This last member, Right Turtle, pushing in. Slopodopolous somehow comes back to save him from the last member that was remaining. Oh, huge play by Prosper to fight that game back and keep Right Turtle in it.
I was going to say, man, Iron Apes, they were looking poised to win that one. The down on Emess, that's either lackadaisical from the rest of his team not being able to get in position to help him, or they were just too far away and they got shut off by the crossfires of Iron Apes holding down Market and the rest of mid. So either way, it's a good play from Iron Apes. Right Turtle's going to have to try and rebound from that. They did end up winning that round, but that's thanks to Slop and Prosper mainly.
Yeah. I mean, just a huge play from Slop and Prosper, but Iron Apes had, I think, good reactions to everything.
Yeah, we talk about one-for-one
Right
trades. You know, if you're going to die, take one with you. Prosper took 2 with him. That allowed Slop to really create a 1v1.
Yeah, and I'm taking 2 of them is literally what fought the round back. Straight up, the fact that they were able to do that. Prosper now caught out. Unfortunate. It just, I really don't love when the Dahlia is the one going for those plays. You want her to be up to save your Chalk or whoever you have her linked to a little bit later. Tough to have her go down that early.
Still just has I mean, he does have his objection. I think he did use it last round. Maybe he picked it up off the dead Dahlia, but you know, he's crouch walking through there. So are the enemies. They had 2 there. He couldn't hear them. Bomb's been planted now.
True.
3v4. And Right Turtle on the brink of losing this game here.
To Iron Apes, who, I mean, they held Cute Hamster close before. Slopodopolous holding close. Can't finish the kill, though. 20 HP for Kuhl, who narrowly manages to escape. Pulsza's moving towards site. Pops the Rage. Obviously not going to stick the defuse just yet. Trying to play off the rest of the damage his team was able to do. Flash gets one isolated, but now Hylight gets Emess here. How much can Pulsza do here? Not enough to win that with Kuhl on the crossfire. It's only the Kestrel still standing. They will fall, and Iron Apes will take the first map here in the losers finals. Huge recovery from how they were looking there in those losers semis before this one. Knocking Right Turtle down a peg to start.
Yeah, I think it's all due and says something to that extent, because you can't do that on Skyfell. The rotations for the defense are super long, but if you give them possession of the bomb in the middle or stuck on a bomb site, you're pretty much in a very bad spot afterwards.
Yeah, depends on if they go the chalk or not. Pulsza will be on the anvil this time, so at least he won't be doing it with Rage if he does it again. Dallas picked up, though, from the other side by Iron Apes. They're pairing with the Seeker, so a lot of intel potentially out for them here as we go into map number 2. It's something they're confident with, but I think the Dallas failed them on their set before.
Yeah, I mean, Iron Apes, watching them play that last set, we got to listen to their comms, and they said, you know, we just got to play Chalk because he's one of the best rogues in the game. He literally does everything, literally has almost every aspect of utility and lethal and just ability and second life and stuff like that. And Kuhlmat just literally said, oh, we can't do that because we play with the Kestrel. And they said, okay, well, you know, we need a Kestrel. And Kuhl's response was, Dallas is better than Kestrel. So we'll see if he's correct in that matter, because we do have a Kestrel and we have a Dallas.
Yeah. I mean, for a rogue that's better than Kestrel, apparently, I am not seeing it very much, but not a factor here so far. Iron Apes running in now. Dallas reveal or no Dallas reveal, they will down Pulsza and get complete control of this site early. Where's the members of Right Turtle? One by mid, one over outside of A. One more, I think, still stuck by the site. You can see them all actually all pretty much out and swarming while they have a solid positioning here in the post plant for the attackers.
Pretty fast plant as well, and I like that. Took over mid and transferred towards the mid, the A site now. Emess trying to dodge that. Bounce Nate from Corrupt. Seeker arrow comes through, reveals 2 of them, but there is someone trying to swing on the outside. Slop gets taken down by the burst pistol.
That reveal was huge. Just knowing where 2 of them were now, especially because they have to come right in main. Of course, they have this covered completely. Prosperlogic pretty much realizes, yeah, there is no chance of this one. I'll see who I can get here, but there is just 2 heads waiting to pop him the second that he peeks, and Remix also managed to sneak by here. Prosper seems to know he's coming, but I don't know if he's even going to take that fight. No reason to. Huge start here for Iron Apes on Skyfell.
But hey, it could change up. It could be 2 straight rounds for Right Turtle here. This is an attack-sided heavy map, but we've seen it in the last game where they win the pistol round and then lose 2 straight rounds, even with that economy difference, right? We've seen it in the exact same situation. Iron Ape was on defense. They lost pistol round, but then they were able to pick up 2 rounds just because the economy forces them to play a little bit more passively, maybe team shoot together, play in different positions. Don't give away your position so fast. You know, don't be so give or take with it. Don't peek too much.
Yeah,
Nice
a lot of
smoke
things
onto the site.
to think about, right? If you're holding that way. Smoke on the site, but they're playing way out to maybe use that smoke from a different angle as well. But look at Right Turtle, actually. They're just taking advantage of this. They're running in. They know they don't have the economy, so they're going to move as one unit. Instead of playing passive, they're going to do the exact opposite. They are getting caught out. Slop and Pulsza both down, and Prosper can't win the third here. Only one member left standing. It's Emess in a duel with Kuhl on the other side of the map, and he will not be the winner of that one. Kuhl ends up on the better end, running that AR on the Dallas as well, so no devotion here. Sticking with what he knows, which is that AR, and it did push them to winning that round.
I love this play from the attacking Iron Apes here. Usually when you see a smoke come out on that B site as fast as they threw it, it's usually either on D2 or D1, or maybe even both if they have that amount of smokes to use at the beginning. And then they start rushing towards statue. They try to take control off the steps of the site. Instead, they smoke the site and just head out of D1 and watch the enemy funnel through statue. And because they don't have as many primaries in their possession, they lose that gunfight.
Yeah, I liked the play. They just sat outside. They also punished anyone who wanted to maybe start to rotate over. They really caught them out here. Look at, speaking of catching out, they might catch out Kuhl here if he stays too far forward. No chance, though. Kuhl does back off as every single member of Right Turtle rotate to the same exact angle. Slopodopolous having a time up there by the window. That not happening in game, only happening here in spectator. Emess, though, the one player trying to actually flank and do something on the other side, caught out by the one player waiting and lurking over here. Slop making a move, not able to finish. Corrupt does finally get it, but is traded out immediately by Remix, and Kuhl is just watching this bomb like a hawk. Obviously, no Scorch, no chance to invuln that Insen. Prosper and Slop again. That's two left. Pulsza actually still alive too. Didn't realize that. All on the far side. Smoke popped. They're making a move now, trying to get in onto it, but Kuhl still doing some damage. They'll get the reset. They'll know where they are. They'll burn through every member of Right Turtle trying to make it happen here. And Iron Apes are looking like they have this map figured out. They have their attacks. They're happening lightning fast.
I'll tell you one thing. What Kuhl just did, Kestrel can't. The EMP thrown stops the ability from coming out from Anvil, so can't even put the shield down when he comes through the window. So he was looking to get in there, put a shield down, stop the crossfire from Aquarium, and start a bomb defuse. Guess what? That can't happen when the big bad Doctor, just kidding, the Dallas throws the EMP through there.
One of the reasons to run him, but oh my god, Pulsza's positioning ends up punishing player of Hylight. We'll get actually res though from that too, so nothing lost really for this, but now Iron Ape's still trying to be forward here. C4 not gonna hit the window, will go right through it because it's not actually there in game. Down Corrupt. We get this res as well. It doesn't really matter. Slopodopolous coming around the outside, and for once they stay inside and they get punished for it. Right Turtle immediately jump on them when they realize how hard they're stacking.
Well, Kuhl probably lost his battle on the outside. We didn't get to catch that, but him with the AK, he's just trying to out-duel Kestrel in mid there, but probably got caught off guard, used his ability, which reveals someone, but that got cut in half. Only lasts 3 seconds now, right? So it doesn't last as long as it used to, which was 6 seconds. And Kestrel, just using padded steps, most likely to her advantage, walks her way quietly up behind him, takes him out, takes control of mid, walks in for the flank. Great play from Slop to clean things up.
For sure that the timing of this rotation ended up really punishing them right away. Prosper with an aid, won't find Remix, won't even do any damage to him actually. Thought he can maybe catch him, but how split are the members of Right Turtle? Looks like they're one across the board. Only Pulsza there to help trade with Prosper, but now they're starting to stack back up. 3 members over here by B. Be revealed now 2, but Corrupt pushed back. No outside control because of Kuhl's change in positioning. Will now be able to punish Slopodopolous. Shooting through that middle, that hard rotation flank on A ends up paying off. As they're going to try to get this pressure on site. Can't get the bomb down quite yet. Kuhl will force them away. Now they're moving into maybe start this plant once they get here, but you can see the player so close. Kuhl still being aggressive. C4 will down him. Bit of an overstep, and then the downs with the bounce nade only. Corrupt is still standing, and they are going to run onto him, but actually Pulsza walked on the Insen and got knocked down. Obviously did get revived pretty quickly because of the Dahlia, but a little bit higher for them. Doesn't realize that Pulsza is right there. Pulsza gives away his position, but he's gonna get collapsed on pretty much right away. Prosper there maybe for a trade. You can see Emess on the back. Sticky sensor saving him for just another moment. Maybe he runs back to take the 1v1. Doesn't know where the third player is, so he's sandwiched up here. with nowhere to go that feels safe. He gets revealed. No chance. They are collapsed on by Right Turtle, and they are starting to strike back on the defense.
Man, it is just a sight to see. If you let Emess just take his time and just get comfortable, he can get very dangerous. And we've seen a lot of times where Emess, he gets singled out very early on in a round, or maybe, they just shut down his availability to be as dominating as he usually can be. We saw right there, though, they let him work, they let him get his space, they let him use his reveals to the best of his ability, gets a knock with some grenade power, then gets a knock with the gun, creating some space for the rest of his team to work with. Great plays coming out of Emess, something this team's been missing a little bit today.
Something that he's been consistently trying to do as well, so now that they have that back, I'm sure things feel a lot better for them. APS keeps him alive, but Kuhl just runs in from the second door, downing Pulsza and staying close. Okay, a little more aggro than I was expecting. He's still pushing over their back on site as well. They have complete control here now. Just have to find some way to dislodge Prosper from Lambo back there. Get the bomb back. They're going to start moving in. They might just flood. Prosper might even just take the zip if he gets pressured too much. He sees where they are. He's trying to bail. Will take that zip. Will get shot on the way, though, and that will end the round for them. They said, all right, we can't kill Emess. Let's just ignore Emess. We'll send Kuhl right over through D2 and take the site for ourselves again.
Yeah, that was a nice play from them, especially, like you said, just ignore Emess. He went crazy the round before, right? Created a lot of space. This time, don't even give him space to create. Don't even walk that way. Just ignore him. Sometimes, like in a football game, you see someone just dominating, and you say, okay, we got to change up the way we're playing to stop that guy. This time, they just said, just ignore him.
Yeah, just don't even have to deal with it. If you feel like he's running hot, just ignore him entirely. Like you said, that might be the play.
I mean, if you ignore him, then...
Yeah, they might be cutting over very quick.
I was going to say, if you just ignore him, then it forces him to have to get more aggressive, make different plays, because he has to force himself into the fight.
Yeah, or find some way to play around the rest of his team, but when you're so far away, that might be difficult. Aquarium's going to be where they're all sitting here to protect this bomb. People are starting to shift around, maybe try to get some crossfire on Prosper and people who are coming in mid. They have to be very careful with this Incend, with this EMP. It's going to be what they have to buy time against this Anvil when they peek. He's getting forced back now, not really willing to stay committed there. Well, through in the EMP, that did hit Pulsza, but maybe it was a little early. He'll have that ability back up in time, more than likely to get in. It's going to be on the Incend, and if they can keep Kuhl protected, but Prosper's pushing up. Prosper is close. Prosper down. Kuhl, that's the Incend down. That's going to be the go button for them to run in. Do they have the Halo drones to go over, or the APS is to stop it? Hylight, you can see his angle, might be looking for it now. I'm not sure if they sent it in, but the fue's not happening quite yet. It's all on this last player looking for that back rotation. They're pushing for frags. Kuhl gets one, and the bomb goes off. They can't turn around to stop it. Iron Apes push the half to a 5-2, and that's a great start here.
That's a great start indeed. It's not as great as a lot of teams would like. I mean, every team probably wants a 7-0 half, right? But this is Skyfell, and getting 2 on defense, it's okay, right? But if you take 5 on attack, you're like, okay, we've set ourselves up nicely. Let's go out here. Let's play what we usually play. Grab the Kestrel, grab the Seeker for that intel, especially off statue at the beginning of the round. We'll get the Anvil just in case for those, shield diffuses. Let's take this game and let's get it done. We're up 1-0. They're feeling nice right now if you're an Iron Apes.
For sure. It's a nice recovery after the last set, of course, when tensions were high. But remember, they were up 2-0 and 6-1 on map number 3 in the previous set as well, so they start hot, but maybe things will falter later on. Right Turtle, we're hoping for that, because Iron Apes seem like they are firing on all cylinders at the moment. Corrupt spotted out. This might be a more B-sided start for Right Turtle as they get this spot. Slop now rotating all the way over on A without the bomb. He's on way away from the rest of his team. Bomb still over here. Well, the shock. Make a move with it. It's Pulsza. Maybe popping the rage. Starting to move in. Getting towards side. Who's holding close there? You see Hylight on a cross angle here. Corrupt is the one holding right next to it. But they might get flanked in a moment depending. Corrupt forced out very low. Has to disengage, but staying alive, and that's what's important in these early rounds.
I like this movement being played. Kuhl just kind of taking back his side of the map here. Moving back in, Prosper. Trying to hold. They have a good position on the bomb site. Still no bomb plant. Look at Corrupt and Emess having a little bit of a duel in the back there. Now turning the corner, can't find the downs. Anvil goes down. That's huge. Absolutely massive, because now the bomb plant is going to go into effect.
Yeah, the bomb will go down. What can Remix do on his end? Pushes over, finds a kill, finds it down. Still 3 members left. Did he spend the Halo drones? He did. Are they still linked together? So they might be able to have a chance to get a long-range res, but Kuhl is the most forward, so he's going to be the first one to go down. More than likely. Remix probably should peek to get the max advantage out of having the Dahlia still alive, but maybe he's rotating. Nope, still staying close, just jumping, trying to make noise, I think, to make him think that Kuhl isn't necessarily right up next to them. Shouldn't have a wild guess about that one, though. Emess will disengage back to Lambo. This might open the door for Kuhl, but guess what? He's dead. He tried to run in. He got picked off immediately, and Remix might just be bailing on this one. Now, I don't want to even attempt this. I will go all the way over to A. You'll get this round, and we'll get him next time.
5-2. It's okay. You can give this up. Don't give them any more cash. Once Kuhl or Remix goes down, any one of them, it's time to back up. Luckily, it's Kuhl who goes down first. I know that's not lucky for Iron Apes, but a little bit is, because Remix has more space to back up. If it was Kuhl, Matt, they probably would have gotten both kills, extra money on that side.
You're probably, hoping to deny that from them by running away, but I'm sure he was hoping for a down on someone trying to not die to the bomb plant, of course. Just get the extra 1k. Kestrel passive, obviously every down matters. Not that it doesn't matter already, but it matters a little bit more for Kestrel. Extra cash in the pocket. Will it be B again? You see Pulsza with the bomb. Rotating over here. Kuhl, Hylight still fairly close by. Right now on the rotation. And they spot Corrupt, but they don't see Hylight, so they might think he's alone. This could be kind of a false sense of security for him as they walk in. Flashing himself, though. Definitely not the play you're hoping for.
Oh, he flashed his Dahlia. He didn't flash himself, but still missed opportunity there. Throws it at the wall. A little bit of a mistake, but didn't cost them too much. They do get a bomb plant.
They're playing around here. Prosper, though. Great push by him. Could find that, but down by the Halo drones. Remix has his gun. That's going to be something they really have to rely on here, as it's a 3 versus 3 now. Iron Apes down. Remix, though, going down again. He was the potential difference maker with the gun in hand. The one that you really were hoping you could rely on. Now it's 2v3. No SMG in sight. Also doesn't need his own, though. He'll just use the pistol to run you down. It's just Corrupt. They're going to hit him from all 3 angles. No chance. Iron Apes take that one back from them. All right, Turtle are getting closer to equalizing. They ran that round over with the primaries.
Yeah, this game looking a lot different. We saw a pistol round on Windward go in favor of one team. Then the other team grabs some rounds right afterwards. This time, who's winning the pistol round? The attacking squad. And are they able to clean up afterwards? Yes, sir. That is the answer, as they take 2 straight rounds here in the second half. The only 2 rounds of the second half so far. Dropping in for that 3rd round, round number 10. And playing very good attack. Right, Turtle? Looking to equalize this here, like you were saying. And they're just taking control of Lambo and the B site very effectively.
Are they just going to take Zip? Trying to push Corrupt, or they don't even need to. I guess they could take Zip now, because Corrupt is down, obviously. And they seem to know that no one's going to be with him. But Remix equalizes fairly early. 1 for 1. Emess caught out in mid. They don't know someone else is there, but Prosper down. That should be the go button. That should be run into sight. They lose Corrupt, who was downed by Zip earlier. Pulsza made that rotation to get him, but maybe a little bit too slow. Slop was able to make it back over to find Hylight in the back, but they get Pulsza down with the bomb. On site, at least, a realistic place for it to be down. Can Hylight crawl away to get picked up in time? Not willing to push out of cover. Hylight won't make it. The Slop will enter site. He's the last one left in 1 versus 2. Has the Halo drones, has the stim shot. Seems to know where they are. Bounce nade. Pressure. That Halo drone could be huge. It splits them, but he's not in a position to follow up on it. Tries to push Kuhl. Stim shot keeps him going in the aggressive push, but runs right back into Remix's Halo drones. And Iron Apes managed to stabilize.
I like that play from Remix. Put the Halo drones on that corner. Run on the other side with your teammate. Good play from him to finish off that last member. I like the plays that are coming out from the attacking side. They're able to take control of Lambo, get the bomb plant. Even when they make some mistakes, they're not too costly. Like, most notably like the Chalk throwing a flashbang at his teammate. They're still able to get some knocks off of this. That time, though, the defense was able to clean up, sustain themselves long enough to stay in that fight and then gain the advantage with the player count.
Yeah, just trying to play off that as long as they can. Any advantage you can take, definitely run with it. And now Iron Apes will be running with that advantage that they have, downing Slop in mid with a very much more mid-centric play. Wow. 3 HP and a Dream Hylight alive. Has to use the shield. Can still die if Pulsza pushes him, of course, but isolated up over there. Not feeling too bad about it. This bounce didn't get anything. No, we'll force Kuhl back from his own cover. So look to push in here. Pulsza so close though, can't finish a kill, and now his position's been kind of surrendered to them, but they are running out here, finding any angle to force him to feel uncomfortable, but they don't realize Corrupt's on a big flank outside, but the collapse is really coming in over here. Remix just narrowly misses. Pulsza now being pushed by Emess. He said he needed to make a difference, and he is, but 2 downs from Hylight with the MLX. It's only Emess standing now from Right Turtle. No way he's going to pick up Pulsza in a 1 versus 2, and the bomb out in the open, and he's been revealed. Pretty much worst case scenario for him now. He'll find one, won't be able to find the second. Has to have some idea of where he is, but might just be getting crept up on right now from the left side from Hylight. Here's something, looking for it, trying to find it, but just can't, and he has to clutch up to keep his team's morale high.
I mean, this is doable.
Yeah.
If he's able to take 2 1v1s separately, but they're not going to allow that to happen. Maybe they are, because Corrupt's backing up. Hylight's taking the fight. Now he backs up. Both members just regenning their health. Corrupt kind of stepping back in. Look at where Emess is. Gets some shots fired on him. Turns the corner. Still nothing there. Just trying to find any sort of opening. 2 people looking at him. Corrupt's going to come down. He's got no melee. And Corrupt will win that fight just narrowly.
With an SMG too, by the way. That was not a super healthy player, and he rushed him with an SMG and still almost lost. That is unreal that Emess was able to keep it that close, but still.
The best adjustment being made by Iron Apes, you saw they were losing the battle inside, right? They were getting Lambo taken away from them. B site was being taken away from them. So what have they done? They sent Corrupt to the B site. He uses his reveal from the arrow. Then he just backs up and just plays passively all the way in the back in their tunnel. And meanwhile, the other 3 members of Iron Apes, they're sending it up mid, playing on both sides of that statue in the middle, and they're playing it perfectly. Now Kuhl gets revealed. You've got 2 people already coming through D1.
They're getting flanked. They're getting flanked, but they're pushing in instead. Corrupt is running away. They're wasting some text. Don't know where Corrupt is. Probably couldn't see him through the smoke. Seem to have an idea, and Pulsza will get it. But, you know, if they want to plant, they can't. Because the bomb is all the way over here. They're actually going to take it over to A instead through spawn. I like this.
And this is what I like to see. This is a better play. We just mentioned they took over mid from the side of Iron Apes, and that's what's helped them propel to win the last 2 rounds. So what is Right Turtle doing? Okay, Corrupt's by himself for the last 2 rounds. He plays passively back there. Chase him, kill him. Let's rotate on the back side of the defender spawn into the A site. Shield's been used already, so you have that to your advantage.
And Hylight, I don't know if they have any idea that he's here. They're going to see the shield when they fled in, obviously, and now they're spotting it. They see him, too. But he has an APS to protect him and a crossfire backup. Remix his flank is really going to do what matters. All stacked for that C4. They get 1 down early. Pulsza trying to run in, loses to the MLX. Emess didn't get Kuhl on the backside of that, but now they're pushing for Slopodopolous. He's down as well. It's only Emess remaining there by sight, and the bomb is down. They can just play for that one here. It's a 1 versus 2. Hylight fairly far back. Remix can just wait. Doesn't need to force the issue here. Won't even get the bow back in time, I feel. He has the bomb. Can go for the plant. They'll just have to wait for him to stick it. He's going to fake, of course. They're going to have the 3-peek. Doesn't even have the gun up in time. They push at the same time. They'll finish him, and they will finish this map as well. Iron Apes, for the 2nd time in a row, get themselves to a 2-0 lead in the loser's bracket.
Almost cost themselves. They played High Castle yesterday, and they played it very cut and dry. Is this the map that really, you know, kicks them into that gear that they were playing in yesterday, or are they going to fall short once again? We'll see if the attack from Iron Apes comes out effective, but that'll be in the second half, because starting off on the attacking side, Right Turtle, I think they need to come out and, you know, like I told you yesterday, Kresnik, 3 rounds on attack on High Castle. That's the magic number. Sets you up for a good second half defense, and they've got to set the tone here.
Right Turtle will be looking for that. I'm assuming they're the ones on attack, just judging by their composition, and I will be right about that. Pulsza on the chalk, assuming with the bomb. No, actually, Pulsza on the trench, excuse me. But now he will still have the bomb, so looking forward to get in when he gets a little bit closer. Obviously, Anvil on the defense for that, the APSs, and for the shield for that later defuse. But we see teams go both ways here in the first round, and B will be the point of engagement to really start things off here. See what they've bought early. I like this angle by Remix, very far back just to see if they're coming in. A little risky, obviously could just fall off the map if he slips and falls, but has 2 frags now thanks to the link to the trench. Maybe trying to get a frag from that angle. That would actually be kind of crazy. Things are slow up front. Prosper, though, the first one to connect the frag onto Kuhl. Uses the second one to finish him off. And this utility from Right Turtle, excuse me. Monstrous here. knocking him down, finishing him off. Avoid that next frag. They're going to go in hopefully to get this bomb down for their sake. Everyone is stacked up right over here. Remix just bailing for now, not willing to stay committed. Has to rotate back over and reconnect with his seeker, Corrupt, who's playing inside. But there's barbed wire in the way. I wouldn't be shocked if they give it up, but they need to get something at least for here on this round. Obviously, you need to find just some downs just to get some cash in the pocket. At this point in the game, it's early enough, but you got to play for it, and that's one you can work off of. You get it down with that early bounce nade, pushed with the Rage. Somehow, Corrupt wins against a Raged Chalk. Okay, I mean, he's going to die now because they're flooding in to take him down, but ridiculous 1 versus 1 win by Corrupt. So yeah, turn it around for his team.
I like that round from Right Turtle. What I really like, though, about their composition they're coming into this game with, on attack, once again, they're bringing out Shock, but they've swapped up who's playing it, right? They've put Pulsza back on Trench, something he's played time after time in the past, and that allows him to kind of play a little bit more passively. Even if he's the bomb carrier, let Emess be that aggressive push with the Chalk and give the bomb back to Pulsza, but he doesn't have to play aggressively with the bomb anymore, right? So maybe they've figured out that Pulsa's not having the best of days. He's not playing like he was yesterday. Allow him to just sit back, play passive for a moment, you know, be the util guy for a couple rounds, and then allow him to regain some confidence and start to put some momentum back in his own pockets.
All possible for him. I want to see what this frag does. What an angle by Remix. He's going for the second one as well, cooking it just perfectly. Second down for him. Another player
down on Prosper, and he finishes off that first knock. The bomb gets put there as well, trying to get this revive now. Krisnik, I don't know if you knew about that spot before, but that's a risky one. We've seen some people go for it, and they've fallen off.
Yeah, it's risky, but Remix seems to be very comfortable with his positioning there. Emess trying to push, pops the Rage a little early. Still has some bonus health, and they're not the healthiest over here, but the C4 will find him, caught in the corner. Off the back of that sick frag lineup, Iron Apes take their first defensive round.
I love that most of the time we can't see an explosion, you know, the art of the explosion. We just see someone just go limp, like they just left, like they got deleted. It's a C4.
Have you seen? You know what it reminds me of? Have you seen the clip of Hungry Box popping off after he wins that tournament and then immediately passing out because his pop off was so strong? That's what it's like, just falling over. Because of the invisible hand grenade.
I play a lot of Arc, right? And when you log off an Arc, your body just falls and you go limp. So if someone disconnects in the middle of playing Arc, their body just goes limp like they fell asleep. So that's what it reminds me of. But speaking of going limp, that is not what's happening with the attack here. Defense trying to hold themselves steady, but the down Pulsza, like I said, let them play the more passive util guy, and then he can start to pop off and have those moments. He finds one. Corrupt and Remix answer with one apiece.
Downs in return, though. They're going to get a res here, but it should be a 3-on-3 depending on how they push it. But actually, they can't pick up Remix now that I'm looking at how they're set up here. The health is not good on the inside. They could run it down, but they're just not going to be able to with the setup that the attacking team has. Are they shifting A? I think they might be reading this. But it might just be a bait as well. No, they're going the long way around through the pool over to A. Is this a misstep, Blue?
I don't know. It could be. There's only 2 members left of the defense. They now have eyes on both of them. No smokes had come through on that tunnel. So they are going to have eyes on both of them. Bomb has been planted to 3v2, so they do have the numbers advantage. They have time advantage as well. Oh, my good. No way.
I don't think he saw. There must be. Okay.
We'll they're on the same. Okay,
they're on the same team.
Right.
Okay,
I'm tripping, man.
So, listen, who looks at your own teammate like that? I guess you're expecting to be flanked, but that looked really strange. On my perspective, I guess it's good to look back because they are getting flanked, shot from the back by Prosperlogic, and Corrupt can't make it work in front at all. And these attacking,
you know what that is?
One away from the magic number.
We've been conditioned to not know when smokes are in the way, so we thought maybe they're just sitting next to each other in a smoke because we're conditioned to that now. But they were on the same team. Looking for a flank, maybe. Oh my goodness. We're looking like goofballs out here, but it's okay because 2-1 Right Turtle able to win that round.
It was
magic number is approaching on the attacking side.
Yeah, exactly what I just said.
And I told you if they get more than 3, then they are looking good. They're licking their chops, I like to say, right?
I wonder if they're already frustrated on Iron Apes. I say that purely because of how the environment
We saw
was.
them, yeah, because of how we saw them get very frustrated. They were able to pull that out, though, so they know how to recollect themselves when needed. And they're up 2-0, so same situation as before, right?
That's exactly why I'm mentioning it.
Because not the 6-1 in Game 3, but still.
At least they know the history might not be repeating itself here. And look, they are not willing to stack on that right side. They're not doing it. They're sitting further back because of Remix precisely in that defensive position behind Arch. I don't know if it's as good, though. Halo drones won't find anybody. We'll get something there. I'm not sure.
Trophy, I think,
that was. Probably a trophy, yeah. But interesting that it came out as late as it did. Cool. Oh, my God. He just disappears. Laser Slopodopolous can't finish off that next kill. Prosper not willing to push it either. Hylight's in here with the MLX. They will force him out from that corner, but not getting these kills is not a good feeling from them. It's this one, and now they pushed all the way through. Arch, Remix down, Kuhl down. Even with a return down onto Slopodopolous, they're playing back here on site again. Will they make another hard rotation to A? They have a 2-player advantage. Might as well do it. Force them to push down that big alleyway that is the entrance into A site.
Oh, man, I feel for Kuhl, dude. That's 2 rounds in a row, I believe, where he's just got outgunned on that little corner peak. Once by the enemy trench, second time, Riptide from Slop's Kestrel.
Oh, brutal. Didn't know they were coming over. They have to get that plant started. They get it finished just in time. Only 2 seconds remaining. Still 1 player back, and it's only Corrupt, and everyone is there and ready to shoot. They hit the magic number here, Blue, on High Castle, that 3-1. What a start on attack on a map like this one.
Magic number's been hit, like you mentioned, but now it's time to go get better, baby. Go grab a 4th. Go grab a 5th. Go grab a 6th round on attack, High Castle. And they must be feeling themselves right now because their attack is looking flawless. They go through B, they get some picks, and they say, you know what? Let's rotate to A, baby.
Smart. I think it's because of how Iron Apes are playing. Remix is standing in that spot to get those frags, and he's isolated from the rest of the team. They see him there, so they know that's 1 less gun on the inside that they have to worry about. I think they're kind of abusing that. And there it is, Tear Gas and Arch. They know that by gassing Arch, they're isolating a player. Slopodopolous, though, caught out on the push. Emess will find Hylight, though, in trade. The APSs are completely equalizing this, but again, they know they'll find a player alone if they go this way. They can't stack all 4 over here either. So Corrupt now on his rotation through spawn. And how long can the Apes delay this? Looks like just long enough because Kuhl finds that one. Bomb is down. Where is this last player? It's Prosper next to the bomb, and Corrupt is about to flank him. I don't think he has any idea, and there is no chance there. Iron Apes finally get their feet under him and stop the momentum the Right Turtle are rolling with.
The flank from Corrupt only works out because Kuhl stays alive that time. Why did Kuhl stay alive? Because he won his gunfight. Why did he win his gunfight? Because he wasn't the first person to peek the door this time. It was Hylight. Hylight said, you know what, Kuhl? Step aside, brother. I've got this. Let me show you how it's done. He did go down, but he took one with him and finished off that kill. He said, I don't care if I'm getting shot by someone else. I'm finishing this kill. Because guess what I say time after time, Kresnik? You've heard me say it. If you're going to die, take somebody with you, because if you do, an even trade is all you need. If you get 2, that's even better, but at least take 1.
Yeah, and in any that's just rule of thumb in any tac shooter. If you at least 1 for 1 every round, unless you're like the hard IGL or if you are just pure utility, you are doing at least your expected job, right? You're at least equalizing, putting your team in an even situation, not forcing them to play in disadvantage. So it's better for you if you can make that happen, of course, here. APSs all burnt by the Halo drones there. I love the timing on that, but Kuhl has a laser in his hand. Will down Pulsza. Obviously picked up, though, because the trench is paired with the Dahlia, but still, that is the Dahlia res now out of the picture if they decide to get aggressive. And they're hitting a brick wall here on B for the first time, and they're going to shift gears completely.
And Kuhl, Matt, playing a little differently that time, not playing inside. Playing outside, sets up the trophies out there too. So this time, put up the barbed wire too. So, not all the utility is going to be as effective for the attackers. They get taken out, and that forces them for a rotation to A that they haven't used or have been accustomed to so far. Seeker finds 1, can't find the second. Grenade kills his own teammate. Emess with the sword finishes him off with that D40. And Pulsza, like I said, let him just go to work after a couple rounds of sleeping, and it looks like he's woke up now.
Look at this timing by Remix too. Doesn't stop the defuse though. That's so unfortunate. That's pretty much what they were relying on and hoping for, but don't have it. But now they can just sit back on this bomb. Maybe even push if they want. He just saw the melee weapon and his hand just poked out around the corner. So Emess is clearly confident here. Jukes that, but will not make it work. With only a pistol in hand. Forced out. They're jumping off the map because they are getting close to halftime, but they have the advantage on High Castle attack, Blue.
42, baby. 3's the magic number. 4's even better. Now they're going for 5. Okay?
Yes. Thank you.
You know what happens if
I only just started going back to school, Blue, so just knowing the numbers from 1 to 5 is actually,
yeah,
I think.
I know it's tough for all you schoolgoers out there.
It's very tough.
Luckily, I graduated college before COVID happened, so, I didn't have to deal with the online classes, but hey, if you need help with school, I got you. Don't worry. 5 comes after 4, and that's what they're looking for.
Moving forward, they're going to do after they win this round if they do manage to count it all the way up. Corrupt on a split push, on a split hold here, excuse me. They know that they want to go A, and now the element of surprise isn't with them anymore, so it's not going to pay off. 3 members already down. Just Prosper on the Dahlia sitting behind the bomb. They know where he is. They'll run him in, and it's not going to work on us again. Disadvantage going into the half, but still cutting the plans of Right Turtle short.
Usually we're talking about Remix going crazy. Usually we're talking about Cool Matt going crazy. But Hylight and Corrupt really stepping up for this Iron Ape squad today. And they are making some big plays. 4 kills to the name of Hylight and Corrupt right there.
Great play by them. I think they're kind of the anchors right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're
down.
Doing. Yeah,
holding it down when things are getting tough.
The Anvil being the anchor, that's nothing, nothing too surprising. But when Hylight's doing it all day today too, saw him do it on lockdown. Woo, going crazy. Hylight doesn't want to lose anymore, man. He had a chance at winning a 10k once with his old I&M squad, and now he's looking to do it again. He has to get past Right Turtle. They're up 2-0, but they are down in this game 4-3.
Looking for anything they can on the attack. Again, have to at least get an advantaged half, but then they're stuck attacking on High Castle in the overtime. What can they figure out from them? We're assuming there's smokes here, obviously, since Remix is putting his back his own teammate. Like I said, Emess very low. Here's the just great switch up here. They might shift to A right away while keeping people to distract them over there. Pulsza is spotting, but rotates out. They obviously don't know this now that he's shifted out, but they're both sitting there in mid-cut. Double down. Perfect nade from Prosper. That's going to open the floodgates. They are going to run out and go for anyone they can find. Emess beats out Corrupt. It's only the Dahlia left standing of Hylight. He gets them out. It's only a 1 versus 2 now, actually. Pistols. Dahlia has such a good pistol. This could be possible, but getting shoved out both angles. Just so tough to win a 1 versus 2 when the guns are even. Right Turtle get off on the right foot here on defense.
Iron Apes in a tough spot here, only getting 3 rounds on defense. They have to win 5 on attack. Even Right Turtle couldn't do that, and they played great attack, great offense, right? They grabbed 4, which means they only need to grab 4 on defense, and it's a lot easier to do that, even though it doesn't look like it. If this is your first time watching a High Castle game, trust me.
Yeah, it looks, it's less close than it looks with how strong defense can be on the map here. We'll see how Right Turtle's setup is. With that initial round, of course, I find it very difficult for them to win. They're just down in economy, down in utility, down in all the things that they need to actually get through again over this planter. Get into them. 3 players stacked up. Is Slop on planter or is he back by Arch? He's on the planter, so again, I think their hold might be a little bit stronger for them. And then Prosper.
Oh, there's a smoke there.
Rotate over. They're punished. They're getting punished so hard here. 2 players down. They're just going to run in. There's no reason not to at this point. With the numbers that they have, they can win it. But actually, surprising me, they're going to play it a little slower than I was expecting.
Hey, you don't have to play fast if you don't want to, especially if you have the advantage. Look at this. Kuhl goes down and then Hylight right after. The Dahlia link did go through, so that's why it didn't end as soon as they downed him. They had to kind of just finish him off. But, whew. This is a different Right Turtle than we saw in games 1 and 2. Actually, a different one than we've seen all day today so far. We've seen him playing 5 games. And this is a totally different Right Turtle. This is the Right Turtle we saw play yesterday. And, in times before, weeks before. This is the dominant Right Turtle that we've seen before. Iron Apes starting to fade away. Like, maybe they just can't win games 3 and 4. Maybe that's what it is. They're a
Oh,
1-2-5 kind of team, you know?
Well, here's the thing. That means they can't possibly lose games 1 and 2. Because if they lose game 1 or 2, then that means there is literally no chance of winning the round. Halo drones will open the door for them to go in. They get another down. Obviously, no APS is up quite yet. They will finish off everybody that's stuck here on the side. They see that nade too, so they know someone's by arch. They're going to shove in onto Prosper. Not win that one, but they'll save their teammate. And it's just the Seeker left standing. Great start to the attack here, particularly since only Emess is still standing. Has the Sahara, though. Maybe find someone with the bounce nade. Can he get 2 with this? No, caught under the counter. So unfortunate. Stuck there under the stool. The bar stool that was right there, so no one got hit. Would have actually been doable if he hit it, but, you know, can't, that's 2020.
Yeah, that was just a match of aggression. Finally, Iron Ape said, you know what? Let's just run in like some apes made of iron. We don't care. Don't allow them to set up any APSs. Don't allow them to get comfortable. Don't let them put up the barb. Just go at them, and that's what they did. Halo drones, grenades, everything came out from the attackers. They were able to finally get themselves around here on the attacking side. So they are still down by 2 and a pretty big mountain to climb. But that's the step in the right direction for them.
I mean, they need 4 rounds here on the attack, and a very different hold now from Right Turtle. They are just going and taking a lot of space. They get counter-revealed as well. Prosper now shifting way out. Thinking they're going to go A. Obviously, they don't have this intel on the attacking side. If they knew, they'd probably be flooding in right now. A lot of damage on Corrupt, too. They're just getting chipped so low. But Prosper now here's the call. They're still here. You can come back. You can help us out. See what this frag can find. Nothing. Fail will re-ping that one for now. Could have been really impactful for him. What Prosper get caught out. He commits in instead of under-committing. So the frag that they were expecting to catch him passively with doesn't end up connecting, and it's just a spam war.
Ooh, hits the top of the arch, so that didn't go exactly where he wanted to. He has to use the second one. Kuhl still just trying to walk away. Pulsza finds another one, and then the flank from Emess helps finish off Kuhl on the brink of game point, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man. Emess with a long flank. If you stall for that long, you gotta be thinking about it. Teams at this level will go for it because they know they can. They know how teams play, so they're gonna abuse every part of the map that you don't think they're gonna be on.
I want to see if they're going to just go straight for A this time around. Maybe try and make a rotation if they get a pick or not. Not right away. Reveal comes through, hits someone with it. But they did reveal 2 people.
They ran back early, too, so they might be just trying to fake and then go back, but Kuhl actually gets caught on the cross with the bomb. This will probably... He manages to get away just in time. These frags not going to find anything yet. Kuhl also narrowly escaping again. I think APS might have stopped that one. But trying to get as much damage as they can. 2 players on Planter. A very good kind of poke-y aggressive hold. They smoke them off, and Kuhl downed by Slop again. He's just continuously winning these fights. Anytime he tries to peek, he won't get finished off quite yet. Corrupt is looking for someone to flank mid. They're aware of Emess this time, but it might be punishing their ability to actually get someone revealed or get some intel on anyone over here on this side.
I really like that smoke from Prosper, too. Kind of just gives them the ability to not allow the attackers to push any further up, and also allows the defense to kind of just regroup, recollect some health, and decide whether they want to push or not.
Kuhl gets one, narrowly winning it. Will Emess win this? Yes, it's close, but Pulsza actually rotating over to help, and Corrupt will fall as well. This seems like it's falling out of their hands. Pulsza spraying everybody down with the MLX in mid. 8-4, they turn it back around. Not the exact pattern you were hoping for. But Right Turtle, strike back against Iron Apes. I guess they're just not a Game 3 team. And Iron Apes definitely want their chance to fight Cute Hamsters again. They looked like one of the only teams to really make them bleed with how close those rounds were. 8-7, 8-6, 8-7, if I remember correctly. Those rounds were very close. Iron Apes really want that chance to kind of prove that they can take them down. Right Turtle have done it before, just not in a grand final. They also want their chance to fight them again and ruin the potential perfect month for them.
I think, yeah, they're trying to, Cute Hamster's trying to go for the 4-0 this month in the 10K placements and final tournament this weekend. But I think Right Turtle wants some revenge as well against Cute Hamsters because they knocked them down to the lower bracket in the last 10K, and then Cute Hamsters came up, took them out, and then the bracket resets, they had to take them out again. So, Right Turtle looking to set that bracket reset themselves and get a win this time against a team that did it to them last month. So we'll see who comes out on top. But first, we've got to play this game 4. Could be a deciding factor if Iron Apes are to move on. But Right Turtle looking to extend it to a game number 5.
And their defense was where they excelled the last time they played this map a little bit earlier today. We do see a straight-up meta mirror match here. Anvil on both sides. Dahlia, Kestrel Seeker, who can play standard rogues better between them. Looks like he got tanked down actually a little bit early. How much ground are Right Turtle going to take on the attack? They get up to Planter in the middle. They have to pick up. And Emess is on the far right, so they're all spread over here, but they might just be calling an audible and shifting over to A.
Yeah, I like this. I especially like the double anvils because you're not going to be picking Dallas or anything that can bring an incend to the fight, so you can't really throw that on top of the shield to get through. But the Halo drones will. They still get that plant down, and now shooting from top A near that tree.
And they don't want to drop because that gives the high ground to Emess, who gets another down, I think. Emess getting pushed by Hylight. Can he win this one? Not close enough to do it, but we're stuck in a 1 versus 2 now because of them having to deal with this flanker. The Anvil has a frag that he can utilize here. If he gets one down with that and wins one gunfight, it can work.
Well, it might have a frag.
Where they are. Oh, I think he picked it up from... He does.
There we go,
he picked it up. Yeah, I kind of assumed. If this frag connects, that actually could be huge for them, but it doesn't. That was pretty much all he had to rely on here. Might just have to go for the shield diffuse, but I don't think that's really realistic. Bounce nade maybe to help them for now. Starting this diffuse, trying to stick it. Are they going to make it in time? He cancels it. Cancels it. Maybe could have stuck it. Maybe would have lived through if they didn't hit the head, but has to give it up. Right Turtle will win their first attacking round.
I mean, like we said, this is a team that did well on attack yesterday on Favelas, but it's also another team that did great on defense today. So, you know, it's perfect because one team did great on attack, the other team did great on defense, and then it's vice versa on the other side. The team that did great on attack did terrible on defense, and the team that did good on defense did terrible on attack. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. Two teams doing what they do best against each other, trying to fight this one out. So far, Right Turtle with 1 victory as they lead 1-0. Corrupt playing inside that window along with Hylight, just trying to see if they can catch any intel or maybe catch someone off guard with a couple pistol shots.
Not going to quite yet, though. They have this middle ground again, getting it kind of given to them. And I wouldn't be shocked to see him make the same exact transition. You can see now the bomb is dropping over to that low ground. They're willing to commit. Slopodopolous was already clearing out this space. Not sure if he saw a remix, but there they are coming down highway. Hylight already fairly close by, I'm assuming with a C4 to make things a little bit harder for them. Kuhl watching upper highway. Just watch this cut. They get revealed, though, and that makes this plan very hard because it's not easy to shift back up top. Sticky sensor. Doesn't find anything, but we'll catch them if they try to push in to deny the plant with a C4 or anything of the sort. Slop gets low on the right side, just poking and prodding and looking for any opening to try to break them down, but they actually might just be leaving. Pulsza seems to be far away. Could be going up to take that zip line. Is anyone there to watch it? No, actually. No one's so close, so they will get back up top for free. They're moving over here. Kuhl seems to have the read on it. They get the garage door open. Hylight just making it back in time, but that APS will eat any C4 they try to throw in, but he did it himself. Did Slop shoot that? I'm not sure, but a down from the bow by Emess is going to make things even tougher. They're coming back. They finish off Pulsza. They get Slop. Huge flank from Emess, though, trying to keep Right Turtle in this one. 2 downs from Iron Apes. And Kuhl is also low. Everybody stuck crawling. It's only Hylight left trying to get a pickup for his team to stay in the game. Prosper finishes off through the down players. It's 2 versus 1 now. Slop gets the early damage. Hylight 1 versus 3 now. Getting shoved from all sides. Has a shield up. We can't see it, but they surround him and collapse. And that could have been so bad. Pulsza dies to his own C4 immediately, but Iron Apes let it slip away.
Good rebound from Right Turtle. Also from Iron Apes to stop them from going towards that A site, which they would have liked. Then they just kind of bottlenecked them into going towards B, kept them in this confined area that they liked, but they just lost their gunfights. That's basically all that happened there. They had positioning. They had the utility that they'd like. They got rid of Pulsza to start off, and then they just lost the rest of those gunfights. Good rebound from Right Turtle. They lead 2-0. And once again, just good attack from them here on Favelas.
Yeah, they are looking fantastic here on the half. On the side, against the side of Iron Apes, where they looked good in their matchup a little bit earlier. So they might just be struggling here. I'm assuming tensions might be high in the comms. I'm hoping they can recover from the down swing against them that they've been faced with so far here. But they have good control up top. Again, this will probably force the rest of them to go down. But Corrupt now no longer watching it, shifting a little bit higher up. Pulsza still waiting to potentially transition from either side.
Just waiting to see if anyone is able to spot out Kuhl. Maybe get a grenade in there. Nice shot. Hasn't used the bow just yet. Electing to use it inside the site. Getting shot by Hylight. But his teammate Slop is going to force him back out of that window. They know that someone is in small garage. They will smoke it. They start to move that way. Kuhl did peek, but the smoke is there so they can't see. Remix gets his own teammate with the bounce nade as they push into the site.
Oh, disaster mode. They're down one now, hoping to win a gunfight. Slop takes down Corrupt, so even harder for them, but does get countered out, and they all collapse. That, again, literal worst case scenario. Bounce nading your own teammate, and again, that thing, they can't be happy about that one, especially when things were looking so good earlier on.
Kresnik, the craziest part of that round is Remix wins the 1v1 with Slop, downs him, turns to the left, hears the Dahlia link comes through, turns to finish him off, gets shot in the back by Pulsza, and Slop lives, gets up, kills someone.
Yeah. Big turn. They surviving anything they throw at him. Anything.
The ability to keep your teammates in the fight, even when the revives are coming through and someone's shooting at their down body during that revive, they're able to have someone crossfire, help them out, keep them alive. And that's a big part of why Right Turtle is leading in this game.
And they're playing off everything, I think, very well. And now they're changing their game plan, too. They don't want to let Iron Apes get used to it. So they're starting on the low ground, starting over by field, clearing that space out to see if anyone might be lurking over there right away. But obviously no one. It's going to be holding very close. Still two players up top, though, and Slopodopolous is ready to catch anybody who might, you know, think that no one is going to be watching for a player to peek from that zip line.
You know, I was gonna say this team, Iron Apes, maybe they just can't win games 3 and 4. It's unfortunate that they lost Favelas because that's their game 4 this time around. It was game 3, I think, last time. So they're just not a Favelas kind of team.
They looked like one when it was 6-1 in map number 3, but couldn't end up following up there. They did get the first down this time, and Emess has been a very impactful player for them. But one thing gets traded out right away. Even up and down with the C4. It's only Remix for standing in the blink of an eye. Everything changes, and Pulsza will find them all. Put him on the anvil. He's a monster. Almost every kill in that round for him. Can't even shoot the C4, though, as it gets thrown there. Slop still top fragging for him. But Right Turtle are looking phenomenal on their attack.
I think he's up there just because of the extra cash for the time being. I think he has one less down than Anvil. But, I mean, Pulsza, like I said, Kresnik, stepping up on this Anvil today. Well, it only took, what, 6-7 games for that to happen. But he's here now, and he's no more chalk for him, it looks like, because he is going crazy with something he just feels more comfortable on.
I mean,
and this is something, yeah, like you said, Kresnik, chalk, good on attack, right? But we're seeing the Anvil come out just because it's the comfort pick.
And sometimes, even when the meta is right, you know, if you think the meta can be good, you still got to play to your team's strengths. If chalk isn't your team's strength, don't play it. Got them here so far, but the Halo drones trying to save them from the res. Suddenly a 1 versus 4. Iron Apes strike at just the right time. Who's left? It's just Prosper. They seem to know where he is. Didn't have the best idea, though. He gets 1 down. Can't finish it off. He will go down, and Iron Apes will finally stem the bleeding of the rounds the Right Turtle have been taking.
Oh, man. Kuhl is really getting singled out in this game. He died right there once again. 0 kills, 1 knock, 0 revive. So Kuhl, he is having a tough time on this defensive stance as the Dahlia. Usually we've seen Remix play it. Dahlia, though, is in the wheelhouse for Kuhl. We've seen him play it in the past to much success as well. But right now in this game, he's lacking in the economy. They haven't had much success on defense, only 1 round in their favor. He grabs the MXR because he knows he has to get some damage out, and he has to start getting some knocks because he wants some money in the bank, and just sitting there playing passively hasn't been working out for him.
So you definitely have to push forward, step it up, and I think it will continue to work. Why that sticky sensor spot?
Yeah, nice sneaky spot, huh?
I mean, it's great just to catch. You don't have to worry about it too much, right? If they go for it, you'll see them pushing over to site, and you can make that rotation early. But the team rotating might be right turtle right away, ready to drop down now. They're committing. Corrupt is spotting them almost immediately, dying too. Push. They'll get over here. They will likely get this bomb down because Pulsza will be the one planting it. You can see Hylight on that rotation. Shield is in the way. Bounce nade will not connect. Not sure exactly what they're shooting at. Might have been a smoke as well. I'm not sure if there was another shield also, but they get the bomb down. They have the place to defend it. And Iron Apes have to find a way to get around all these defensive measures that are going to be in the way. Woo!
Good trophy, too. Set back a little bit further behind the bomb to stop any smokes or anything of that nature. Halo drones come out just to keep them away from the bomb. Slop just firing away. They're going to potentially try and clamshell this with Hylight. Kuhl falling low. And they get the bomb defuse.
Must have been clamshelled in, 100%, or a smoke in the way. You could see them shooting at one thing, not hitting it, spraying the other, not hitting anything.
Smoke
so there had
comes
to have been
through.
so many things in the way.
I was going to say, the smoke comes through, and then the shield comes down. No trophies in the way of the attackers, so nothing they throw will work because the trophies from Hylight get put down.
Stopped a ton. Once he finally shifted in to deny that spam from the team. Iron Apes might be able to take this to as close to even as you can get. One of them to the 3-4. Only have to get 4 rounds on their attack to bring it to the final round, which they'll still also have to win on their attack, of course. Kuhl taking a lot of ground. Oh, actually, he stops at the edge of small. I thought he was pushing up a little bit further forward, but Slop did see him in that moment. They're ready to go in on B. This is a push. They haven't done this quickly before. Remix. What an angle. Somehow, Emess, with like 1 HP remaining, was able to turn on him and knock him. Let the rest of his team potentially get aggressive here. Hylight catches Pulsza. It's only the Dahlia left, and Iron Apes look like they have finally figured out. They finally found their mojo. They're willing to get a little bit more out of it. It's only right turtle. Only Prosper left for right turtle. He will get downed, and Iron Apes will start bringing it back.
The better half goes to the attacking team, right turtle, but that was both teams' best sides on this map, right? So now we're going to see them play their worst sides on this map, and this might be interesting to watch. We are going to see this same composition come out from right turtle on the defensive side. For Iron Apes, they are going to bring in the chalk to replace that anvil they had on the defense.
One little shift. No anvil now for them. I wonder if that's going to hurt them. The anvil seemed to be helping them in some of the later plays. I wonder if they're going to be getting the bomb planted as much, but it could just mean they're getting aggressive instead, and Right Turtle are sticking with their guns. They're sticking with that anvil. It's been working for them so far. At least it did on High Castle, and it seems to be so far here on Favelas. Iron Apes shock with the bomb. Seen it work sometimes. Not always so. They're taking ground early here, and Hylight is looking for someone to be isolated on the right side.
Well, it's not right turtle with the chalk bomb, so it might work out a little bit better than what we're used to seeing for today. Already revealed small garage. Emess, he held his bow. He knew that they were going to try to bait it out. So now they see Hylight pushing in, and that means the rage has already gone up, and they're going to try and protect him. But Emess gets caught out in the middle behind concrete wall. Good push from Kuhl.
Pulsza goes down. Iron Apes on the better end of this. Slop actually gets it down on Kuhl, so things do get evened up pretty well. Finishing that one off. No chance to get that pickup, I'm assuming, for Iron Apes. Kuhl bleeding out slowly, obviously. Right there alone. Corrupt tried to make a move, but couldn't do it. Prosper and Slop, they're there. And guess what? They have the bomb, because Hylight pushed with it into small garage. And now they have to make this move on the attackers, because it is around the corner. They can't abandon this. Unfortunate. Did something similar to what Pulsza had been doing earlier, but it's not Prosper. They get revealed. They were just waiting for that. But again, they don't have to move. They can just sit here. It literally doesn't matter if they wait this out. Now they're going to try to go in, catch out Slop, and they win both of the gunfights. Trade remix for it, but that reveal ended up paying off in dividends for Iron Apes.
You had that right, Turtle. Bomb in your possession.
just move up a little bit, right? Just shift a little bit from where you're already sitting. They
Not even
exactly where they were standing.
After you get the knock-on remix, just hide behind the toolbox. Just duck back down behind cover. Force him to go for the revive or to push you. Time's running out. You have the bomb inside small garage. Don't allow. I mean, the revive is not going to happen anyways. He needs to get the bomb or kill you.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the game plan was, but Iron Apes have to be happy for it because they are starting to get rolling on attack, something that they could not do the last time they were able to play favelas. 4 players stacked up here on B. Iron Apes not looking, it looks like, to make a shift towards A. Corrupt is on the edge, but the rest of them are fairly hard committed. I don't think they're going to change anything anytime soon. You can see where they are. Kuhl and Hylight now making a move together, getting hit by the crossfire, but willing to hard commit on and take Small away from them. Fighting for it tooth and nail. They force them all out. Everyone is stacked up. One good nade right now could end this round, but they're going for a gunfight instead. C4 from Pulsza flips it over. Prosper gets traded out as well. It's constant 1-for-1. That's only Hylight remaining with 50 HP. Not going to be able to save his teammate here, more than likely. Still Kestrel alive, but again, not going to make it happen. On the Executioner here, forced down to 22 HP from the nade. He can't go anywhere because Emess is already watching this. Obviously, he has no clue that this is where they're holding in particular.
Okay, but they lost this the round before, so just protect the bomb, hold your angles. Getting a little dangerous here is Emess, has to back up, take cover, 28 health to Chalk. Hylight just trying to play this slowly, see if he can isolate someone because it did happen the round before.
But that was a different round. That was a 2 versus 2. This is a much more uneven gunfight. And down goes Hylight trying to make a play. Just too many players here, and Right Turtle are feeling themselves now that they've been able to stabilize.
And now, momentum kind of at a stalwart for the Iron Apes. Right Turtle made some good adjustments that time. Won some gunfights a little bit faster. That way they put themselves in that 3-1 position that they had. The round before, they lost a couple gunfights because the crossfires just weren't there. The team shooting, they were all fighting different battles. This time, they worked together, got it done. Were able to force Hylight into small by himself. Just getting the bomb control. This is looking like a totally different Right Turtles team now.
Mm-hmm. And it's getting late in EU. I mean, can we just make that comment? It's getting late in EU. It's like 1 a.m. I think for the majority of them. So maybe they just get a little bit... They're on that D-Gen sleep schedule. They're getting a little bit better as it gets a little bit later in the night. They're clearly winning some gunfights now. Slop gets the better of Kuhl. Hylight poked low already. Right Turtle, solid positioning here. Kuhl will not be able to be revived. The Slop is in a dominant position there, actually forcing Remix out. But no one's there for the crossfire. He'll be able to disengage, get back to the team, pop that stim shot, and there might shift focus over to A. You have it. Made it over, got the plant down. Now going to force Right Turtle to make a move. Sit over here. 3 players diving on 1. Remix gets 1, can't win the rest, and they'll get that res too. Looking even better for Right Turtle. Plus the rage got popped from Hylight. Interesting. I'm not sure exactly what the game plan was with that. Now they won't have it for a push at any other time if they want to do it. Smoke comes out. Kestrel, Slopodopolous will get them their way in. Hylight now looking for a flank. Really wish you had rage probably now. Forced out on Hylight playing on the high ground. One's been spotted. Emess wins that gunfight. Hylight, the last one standing, and just has to delay this. But again, no rage to push in and do it. No utility to stop it. Pulsza's behind the cover. Planted it maybe not exactly where they wanted it to be. 6-4 for Right Turtle.
I mean, they planted it in a decent position for where they wanted to be, but they got forced out into different positions. Map control totally got flipped on its head from the side of Right Turtle. They knew what they wanted to do. They took the space that they needed to take, forced that attacking post plant to shift, and because of that shift, they had a perfect opportunity to just walk in, defuse the bomb, and they still had crossfires on. You saw he looked towards the bomb site, but Emess on that right side, winning that gunfight against the enemy Seeker, really put him in a position to succeed.
For sure. Got them in a place where they could win, and they kept getting trades, but having them with someone else to help them so they could finish off kills that they had. Just Right Turtle are putting themselves in the better places in these rounds. And now Remix, not going to go in. Not going to make the same mistake that Kuhl did. Now will commit, now that he has Kuhl to back him up, of course. Last time, Slop was holding very far forward. Now things have changed significantly. Slop, I think, is actually all the way over in field. I could be wrong about that, but Getting that door open. Oh, actually, it is Slop on a hard flank. I saw him on the minimap for just a second, going way behind them. The more time the right turtle can buy, the better for them. And now they're moving into sight, starting to get this plant down, using some utility from their side. You can see early damage. Your Slop is in a perfect position. He can get so much damage on them. If he just waits, you can see him sneaking up.
Yeah. If our producer can catch that angle, because he's starting to make some noise, and that allows the rest of his team to swarm in. Slop onto Kuhl, and Prosper finds Remix. Hylight did find Emess, but still, it's a 2v2 now. They close the garage, going for that defuse. Slop trying to hold the angle. They fake the defuse in case anyone's pushing up, and that would be Hylight, but he falls to Slop. Slop then goes down right after. Numbers coming out onto Hylight. He's got to get this before the bomb goes off. Finds it. Open the door. Can he get there in time? Yes, sir, he can.
Does make it. Even with that timer done, it will keep going as long as he's holding that defuse. And that flank by Slop, it doesn't go as explosively as they're probably hoping. He gets a kill, but they end up in a much better situation for that post plant once they knock them down. Corrupt almost actually clutches it, almost buys enough time, but just can't make it to that door to get through. I think he thought he might have been going back to the window, and just that 50-50 went the other way.
You're with me.
Going down here. Link to the anvil again. Flashes won't be quite as effective. That means the Iron Apes will have to find at least Seeker or a Kestrel with that flash if they want to get value from it. But Slopodopolous, look at Blue. Do you think it works again? I mean, look where he's going now.
He might have to play it a little bit tighter, maybe come up the zip on tree this time around. Hylight did drop down in water, and they also have someone else all the way over there in the backside of the soccer field. So that will not work again, definitely, unless Slop goes insane and wins both of these gunfights.
I have faith in Slop, but I don't have that much faith in anyone, to be entirely honest here. Hylight running out, not getting away with too much, but the flank works if you play it a little bit differently. Heal down Corrupt, no one is there to help him.
Yeah, Hylight left. No intel is good intel. He was there. Hylight left water because now he's in small. One goes down, and Emess starting to open things up. Pulsza walks around the corner with an LMG, and we're going to a game number 5.
You're right, Blue.
Favelas or game 3 and 4. I don't know what it is.
Vi coming out from Remix. Is this a rogue that Remix has? I mean, he's got obviously ranked 10 on him, but that you've seen him play a lot in competitive in the past?
Remix on Vi.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember if it was him who played the Vi when he was with Public Enemies. I know Pix used to flex to a lot of different things. Ink flexed to a lot of different things. It could have been Remix on it, very much so.
Well, he clearly has.
I don't know if this is going to work out for Right Turtle, man, because Iron Apes, they have a 100% win rate versus a Right Turtle Pulsza Chalk on April 25th.
Is it specifically this day might maybe the problem for them here, but things might change here. Game number 5, anything can happen on Factory. It's going to be my motif for the rest of this day. Corrupt. Ready to watch them push in. You can see 2 split players, 2 in highway. They're just going to smoke off that high ground area. Get ready to commit. Corrupt backing off just to have a different angle, but they're not ready to strike just yet, especially with this early poke damage that Iron Apes were able to get in.
Like the smoke coming through very early on. Allows them to walk in. Look how patient Corrupt is.
The Pulsza push, double down with the Halo drones, huge from Iron Apes. They stop everything they wanted to do with the rage. He tried to push, even had Slop backing him up. But they just run right into some Kestrel utility.
I don't know how many times. I sound like a broken record, man. Pulsza, brother! You can't be doing this to me, man.
We can and he will. So far in the earlier rounds, but again, that was the pistol round. That was an aggressive play. It got countered. We'll see how they adapt down the line here. That's, I think, what we have to be really looking for players stacking up to attack A site again. And Kuhl actually taking a forward position, checking highway. Doesn't realize that there's 4 stacked up here. This could be the adaptation that they're looking for, but this happened last time. They just all happen to run into Halo drones. They're hoping to not repeat that same mistake. Remix is holding fairly close. Kuhl gets it down on Pulsza again, too, and the bomb is down. It's in their territory. Kuhl dies for it. Get rezzed.
Okay, so progress is being made here.
It was a bit of an overextension, but he makes it 3 versus 3, and now they're going to meet. They're going to rotate on the other side. They saw where they are. They said, screw it. We're going to the other side. We do not care. We're going to get this bomb planted before they can stop us, but they've clearly managed to rotate in time.
Nice grenade onto the Corrupt. That is massive because now they can start to move in. Shield already goes down. They're going for the revive, but Hylight from the top rope. Emess.
Huge round. Huge round for them. The shield came in, but he just had to cross that little crack. He was just a little bit too far from the wall to actually keep himself safe from all the spam they still had.
Massive round for them. Able to come back off that horrible push onto the A site from the pistol round. But this time around, you know, they didn't necessarily do the exact same pulse to play. The bomb fell in their territory. It was an overextension from Kuhl. That's why he caught him off guard. He died for it. They rotated. And then the top rope Emess, when they try to go for that Cubby revive, doesn't work out in their favor.
No, definitely doesn't go probably exactly how they're hoping. And they said, hey, B just worked. Let's go B again. I'm not sure who popped the halos there. I'm going to assume it was Kuhl who backed off immediately after. Rage popped early, already starting to grade for the chalk. He wants to get aggressive here. He doesn't have the bomb this time, so not the worst thing. But it wasn't Kuhl with the halos. It was on the other side. They run into 2 more trying to get aggressive. Deja vu here in round number 3 with the bomb. Wait. Hold the phone. You're telling me
was not
that
planted,
the chalk
baby.
didn't have the bomb, but the trench who had the bomb ran in past the site with the buffed chalk to do what? To do what, Blue?
All right, Krisnick, you gotta calm down, bro. Roasting my Roco players like this.
I don't know.
Listen,
bomb is
the
down.
community
won't be able to pick it back up.
Listen,
There we
the
go. Stopped
community
right
they already trash talk me for being critical, okay? So I can't let you steal my only claim to fame here, all right? So I will do it for you. Trench, why didn't you plant the bomb?
Or at least give it to someone else if you're gonna push. That's what it is.
Right
it's
Turtle
fine.
just needs a 5th player on their team whose designated job is to plant the bomb, it seems.
Maybe, but again, they're just they're making risky plays. That I think is the game plan. They just have to do it without the bomb, so they have a
They're just getting a
fallback.
little too hyped, I think. They push in, they're like, oh, let's keep pushing. And then by the time they realize that they're going to lose this fight, they lose control of the bomb. It's not planted. They lose space. They lose map control. And then that's when everything starts to go awry for them.
It's just that it's all the eggs in one basket. Since they're committing the bomb to it, they don't really have a fallback a little bit later. They're just hoping to win gunfights. They're playing off the gunny. They're hoping they can trade it out a little bit later. You can see similar shifts towards B. It worked one time. They're going to try to do it again, but they're going to change the pace significantly here at Barbed Wire. Further back. Going to smoke it off as well. This might be when they go for the plant, but Remix is very close to those Vibe pods to punish Emess if he tries to go for it. But here's the counter play. Coming out, knocks down Prosper. Kuhl gets both. Huge play from the Kestrel, and Right Turtle are down 2 again.
I mean, Kuhl fragging out this game on the Kestrel. Maybe he just had the same mindset as Pulsza did in the game 3 and 4. Give me something I can frag on. Let me play a little bit safe and then start to pop off like I'm normally able to do. Hylight finishes it off, cleans it up after Kuhl went down. But Kuhl, more downs than his entire team combined. That's what I'm talking about. And it's the same thing that happened to Pulsza, right? We saw Pulsza having a little bit of struggles. I mean, Kuhl, he struggled in game 3 and 4. Now he's starting to step up. Put him on something he's just comfortable on. Yeah, he's comfortable on Dahlia, but it wasn't working out. So give him something else that's a comfort pick for him that can allow him to just open up his playbook and become that playmaker that this team needs. And right now, it's working out for them, up 3-1.
The Kestrel is paying off. And you mentioned more downs than the rest of his team. He has 8. 5 of those were from Halo drones. So that is just good utility timing. Gun skill obviously got him to go 3, being able to win those duels, but he's just spending this Kestrel utility at perfect times. Overextension maybe from Hylight, but it is a one-on-one. Kuhl got the better of Pulsza. Again,
A little
with the gun.
lackadaisical from Hylight, getting a little overzealous. Maybe they thought the read was coming through on that A site with full 4-man. Fortunately, they had one member going, and now a flank coming in from the other side, trapped between the two. Prosper finds one, finishes him off. Slop found Remix to finish him with Halo drones, and Emess comes in from behind to clean things up. A second round for Right Turtle.
Huge flank, and he was alone with the bomb too. I think they were planning to make a shift towards A, but they just said, "Hey, I don't see anyone on A. I'm pretty sure they're all just stacked up in this one spot," and they were able to pincer them. Just Iron Apes trying to shift and getting stalled out for a little too long.
I think the shift towards A was mainly because they took out Hylight pretty early, and they said, okay, you know, they committed 3 towards B, or towards A, excuse me, so we can go back towards that B site. It did work out for them, just not the way they had hoped to begin with.
Yeah, no, I mean the plan works, but again, having a fall, they have a fallback, right? That's what I was saying before, that they need to have. They need to have a fallback plan when something changes, when something goes awry, or when things go not how they're expecting. They had a fallback, and they won that round by having that secondary adjustment mid-round. Iron Apes do not want to let that happen again. Of course, you can see Hylight holding forward with this MLX fairly upgraded. Trying to find them as they come in. I'm not sure if he can see Prosper. I'm going to assume that he can, because he just looked like he was about to peek Emess when he came over. Sees him holding there. They're spotting him over that wall, looking for that C4. Will it get him in that corner? Not sure. Doesn't look like it there, but they did eat something with the APS, and he will back off of that close hold for now.
All right, so they do have some intel. They know Hylight's there because he can see him when Emess does that little jump on the side of the wall right there. But Hylight can see him as well. So that's an even trade of intel.
1 for 1 there. There's another 1 for 1 though. Kuhl and Slop trading out into each other, but Slop does not get finished off. Picked up Halo drones. Maybe they get with this Dahlia nade. They run away just in time. Pulsza pretty far forward. Smoke
He has also
actually
gotten revealed, so they do know he's there. Possibly has the bomb in his control. Is what the defense is thinking. Coming around the corner, couldn't get Hylight.
wants to push it, but they shielded it off. Perfect. Now they have to push so much further to get that. Bounce nade won't get anyone. Here comes the push from Slop on the right side, but the kills are going the way of Iron Apes, except for the final couple. They collapse on them at the end. Prosper and Slopodopolous even this out. One team will walk away with the advantage on the end of the half, but Right Turtle are finally starting to get rolling again.
That was actually a really good bounce nade with that shield there because it bounced off the ground and kind of went above their heads. So that forces them to have to go one or the other way. The shield blocks one way, and then they kind of just pinch them from both sides, right? Dahlia and Kestrel, good play from the attackers that time around. Right Turtle starting to clean things up here on Factory. They look a lot better than they did against Cute Hamsters. But then again, this isn't the same squad, right? So maybe Iron Apes just hasn't figured things out totally themselves. And maybe that'll change, but again, one team's going to have a 4-3 lead going into the half. Who wants it more? That's what it's going to come down to.
Come down to that, and maybe fatigue for the members of Right Turtle, considering it is 1:20 in the morning for quite a few of them.
I think they're used to it by now.
True.
They've been playing in enough
sure.
of these 10Ks on NA time.
Yeah, I'm just an old man, Blue. I'm an old man, and it just sounds so difficult to actually be playing optimally
You're
at
younger
that
than
time.
me.
Yes, but I'm on I think you're on a normal sleep schedule. It doesn't matter either way. It's late for them, but they might be comfortable. Iron Apes are rotating to meet them over on the B site. 3 members still waiting here, not ready to go quite yet. Highlights the first one to peek, knocks down Pulsza. Doesn't have the bomb on him, but now they're looking for nades to chase them down. Pulsza has to use the rage on himself. 3 players stacked up. They have an APS, so the C4 will be safer for now, but their health is not looking great. They could push this. Kuhl gets them low early. Can't finish off. Hylight a little bit further back. Maybe getting pushed from the other side by Kuhl, but he doesn't want to commit that hard. They still have a lot of guns that can be trained here. Catching them on the rotation. Hylight, perfect timing against Prosper. There's the next nade. Now they can go in and win it and take the lead going into the second half.
I think Trent should have threw the tear gas on the back where that person was holding that angle, and then also inside the little cubby hole there. Then they would have been able to win those gunfights, but unfortunately the tear gases didn't come out. Maybe they thought the APSs were there. Maybe they were saving those for the post plant, but they couldn't get either of those going. They end up losing that round. Iron Apes, they played a little bit more passively. I said it's going to come down to who really wants that round. They wanted it because they didn't get overzealous. They didn't get too hyped up. They kept their nerves very calm, and they were able to sustain themselves to win that round. Good round from Iron Apes, especially since they will be coming in on the attacking side. Let's see what they elect to go with. It's taken a little bit of time for them to even hover over some rogues.
Yeah, they're like, guys, what do we play on Factory Attack? do you remember? Oh,
I like it. Let's go, baby. Okay. Kresnik. We saw it yesterday from Amit Payne. Shout out the old Paladins, man. But this time, shout out the old Gears of War guy because he's bringing in the glitch himself. Hylight.
All right. But here, the question is, like Amit Payne, it's not shot. There's no way it's shotgun glitch, right?
It might be. If he's the bomb carrier, he could go onto box and play with that shotgun. Someone tries to play up close on him. It's like playing whack-a-mole, except for this mole, he pops up with a shotty.
And if he's got Gears XP,
that's right.
Shotgun anyway. Got that Nasher XP in the past.
Yeah. The Gears of War, the little crouch spam behind the cover, shotguns. Woo-hoo-hoo. Could get dangerous, baby.
Gears my favorite. I'll say this just as an aside. Favorite controller esport. I think it is one of my personal favorite of the exclusively controller ones.
It's my favorite esport if I want to watch people just yell at each other while they're in mid-game.
That too. Definitely has. I mean, I get to hear that when I don't mute my my feed when we're waiting for games to start here in Roco.
Watching a championship once, a guy killed someone on the other team at land, stood up, started cussing and dogging him out across the table, and then got killed while he was doing it, but didn't care. Just kept going.
Well, things to hope for when we get to a Rogue Company lands down the line. Remix, Hylight, Iron Apes. The rest of them all looking to get here in on A. No one holding super close, but here comes some nades. And that glitch. Trying to take some ground here. Running through the vibe. Poison knocked down. There goes the bomb right in the open. They might be able to grab it as they rotate over. Kuhl equalizes, knocks down Pulsza, finishes him off. But this utility continuing to be so lethal. Emess walking in to try to stop the res. Has to reload. Finished off by Remix. It's just him left. Two players pushing him. They're both kind of low. He's going to try to bail, but that might be the wrong call. He will get knocked. Kuhl still alive. Emess still behind him. 15 seconds left for them. They can just wait because that bomb is out in the open. Kuhl rotating will get it. Will he be able to plant without getting pushed? They must hear it. They're starting to move, but they're actually going to let him finish it. He might have a chance to take that 1v2. Gets one early. He could just kite. He can revive. He can regen. He's pushing back. Making Prosper. Maybe waste bullets. Can't win that one, though. Hopes maybe a little bit too high for him. He'll get this diffuse. He will dance on him for a little while.
Is he dancing? He's just kind of walking back and forth there.
I mean, dancing in the maybe I don't have an emote on this character sort of way.
I think he was just, stepping on the neck of his victim there.
Bit of the disrespect near the end, but able to even things out are right Turtle and Blue. I'm starting to worry. I'm starting to worry that it's going to happen. You willed it into being the 7-7 potential final round here.
Jinxed it. Great. Thanks, Kresnik.
No, I'm hoping.
Jeez, we're not inviting you back for another 10k.
Sorry, my fault.
You see what I gotta deal with here,
but I'm
guys?
trying to will it even further. You haven't seen that the secret, you can just manifest something into being by mentioning it and thinking about it. Maybe we're making that happen, or maybe I jinxed it. We'll see as we get further into the game right now. A little UAV from Hylight, spotting everybody that might be around him. They can tell who's holding over here. They know that there's two players. That means if they send 4 to one site, they can take advantage of it. Players waiting in mid to try to take advantage of that. For now, the Kestrel manages to get close. We'll see Pulsza holding right here. Obviously not going to send the Halo drones in right away because the APSs could be down, but they are just posturing to make a move.
Imagine if you could, boost someone, you crouch and then jump higher because you jump off of them, and she shoots her Halo drones, right on the edge of the top of that wall where he's sitting. If someone can get that done, it'd be impressive. Nice Halo drones, though, from that. Perfect. Takes out Emess, finishes him off, too. Prosper finds Remix with the grenade, but that's only a down. Pulsza gets finished off after Corrupt takes him down. Bomb looking to get planted now. EMP comes through.
They're not fighting for anything yet. They shift back. Is this bomb going to get planted? He's back here on site. Maybe now he'll go for it. Still just waiting. buying time. Could have had it down a little bit earlier. Now they're going to finally get that one set in. 2 members left. It's Prosper and Slop. I don't want to put this out of the realm of possibility just because how sick the 2 of them are as a duo together. Sees Kuhl. Going to instant that. Kuhl actually not hit by it. Kuhl get away in time. And they're going to get revealed. So things a lot harder for them now. Slop pushed so low. Kuhl second guessing. Pushing through the incend to follow up on him. And Prosper waiting patiently for someone to overstep.
Not so much second guessing, it's just sometimes, you know, after the fire goes away, it can still burn you a little bit. Plus, he wanted to use the stim shot, seeing if the double peak will come. Prosper now starting to move in from Cubby. They've swapped spots. They do have a central drone available. Slop gets taken out pretty quickly. Nice LMPX fire from Hylight. It's not the shotgun glitch, but it'll do. Bomb goes off, Corrupt goes down, but he won't die. The revive will come through, most likely from the glitch. And it's looking good from the glitch and the Iron Apes attack as they now take the lead 5-4.
So the glitch is it mostly for breaking the APSs and for spotting what site to attack? I mean that's my guess just looking at this from the outside, right? Just to
taking APSs out is secondary. First, you need to use it as a UAV. Where is everyone at? How close in the vicinity are you to an enemy when you're, like, you know, crouching through highway, looking at Cubby? You can't really determine which side they're on most of the time, but you can kind of tell depending on where you are, right? So you can play right here and see if they're playing in Cubby to your left. And then you kind of... It's all about the UAV, which is going to be even better because in the next patch you can take it out even after you use it. So you can even use it as a secondary option because you can go for those EMPs very early on.
You can, and you'll have that for the rest of the game, which is
you see where Highlight's walking
outrageous.
right now.
Yes,
he's kind of gauging what side of Cubby are they on. They can also kind of tell because they have the intel that Kestrel's giving that saying, hey, trenches on top of wall here. So I'm guessing that someone is in Cubby, plus she can have eyes on Cubby, not just from the back of White Van, but from she jumps, she can also see a little bit over there.
That's getting all the intel that they can. So much between the Seeker and the Glitch, they can find out exactly where they're going to be stationed here. But Kuhl is so committed, they can't really shift over to the other side at this point.
No, they can't. Pulsza's in a dangerous spot, too, because he can't get the shots on across to Kestrel because he's got 2 people looking at him. Speaking of looking at him, he leaves his spot, and that's when they jump over the fence. Take him out. Slop finally finds Corrupt. Emess finds Hylight. Those are not finished off. Emess gets killed completely. Prosper. It's a 2v2. Make that a 1v1 now. Slop finding some kills.
The timing is just so good between Prosper and Slop. They got them split. They have to push in for this now. Prosper knows he has to push, so he'll peek, and we literally could not be closer here on the final map of the losers finals. Right Turtle, Iron Apes 5-5, 2-2. Next team to get 3 ends it now and gets to face Cute Hamsters in grand finals.
Yes, for those of you who didn't know, Kresnik summed it up for you. It takes 8 to win. So only 3 more for either side here.
It's just like you're counting earlier, Blue. I just wanted to make sure everyone's on the same page mathematically.
I get it, man. Sometimes, you know, I forget my numbers too.
Happens to the best of us.
It's like when you party too hard, they ask you to say your alphabet, you know?
Yeah, my favorite numbers, the alphabet. Iron Apes shifting over to B. Going here early just with the UAV, just to scan, see again where they're going to be sitting. And I do like that Right Turtle are mixing it up. They're shifting things around just so that they're not getting the same results every time and getting it figured out because they'll be able to tell with that UAV.
They're also just trying to play some mind games against the Hylight glitch UAV, right? Just saying, you know what, we're not there this time. They might just try and push very aggressively. Emess on the Vi, we talked about this earlier as well.
Find it and defuse it.
Talked about how effective it can be.
And also who
not
would be
really
playing
stopping
it.
much that right now.
Bomb does get planted. There's nobody inside there, but they have to check those corners. They're not aware of it. Pretty passive post plant for Iron Apes.
Well, it's because the bomb is right out in the open, right? It's passive, but they can peek it. It's just about if they can kill the people who get aggressive fast enough and not let them go for that defuse. You can see Emess now shifting back maybe to do it. They're smoking off all the lines of sight. Can they shoot onto that bomb? Are they even going to defuse it now? They're flooding in. It doesn't look like they can stick it. Emess getting one more on Kuhl. 2 alive. Remix still standing. Will make it tough for the rest of them. Will fall. That defuse will happen. Maybe a bit of a misstep, giving up all that space.
It's not so much giving up the space. It's just once the smokes came out, the only intel that they could work off of was that sensor drone that Seeker had placed, but it got destroyed pretty early into that fight. Maybe just by a random grenade, but we saw the enemy detected symbol, and then it disappeared. The man standing there didn't move from where he was standing, and they were just able to win those gunfights. They took the space that was given, and they didn't want to give it back, and that's great retake potential when you don't have an anvil, when you don't have a glitch for yourself, and when you don't have, you know, the amount of reveal capabilities as maybe a glitch Seeker combo.
Yeah, when you can deny that info on a team that really should thrive in the info, right?
You also have
Glitch is a
to think maybe the trench also has some tracker rounds by now. We can't really determine what people have bought in the game so far.
Oh,
wink,
can we
wink,
see the
Scott.
reveals now, though?
We can see the reveals, yeah, but I can't tell if Trench is shooting them.
True. We'll have to keep eyes on Trench to see that, but can't always.
I guess
be
if they
watching
get
Pulsza.
revealed in this game, we will tell, because that's their only... I mean,
Yes.
tracker rounds from Vi and Trench are the only way they could reveal people. They don't have a Seeker this time around.
Yep. So that's the best way we'll tell. The great way for them to counter them through smoke, obviously.
Which, by the way, if you can see, they put Pulsza back on the Trench, and they use the Vi this time, and that means no Seeker because Emess is the only Seeker player.
Interesting. Do you think that's hurt? Do you think their rope pools in general might just be hurting them in this meta, being forced to kind of shift away from certain things? Seeker seems to be okay on this map, especially with.
I think I would say it hurts them, but then again it doesn't, because there's not a lot of teams that flex their Seeker players, and the one that comes to mind was INM with Canny and Hylight, but that didn't work out, and that's no longer a team, right?
Yeah. That can't be the only reason why Iron Apes are going to make it into sight, though, in front of Right Turtle. They get one down, they're going to be able to get that.
Yeah, but that's the
bomb
only
planted
example I can give, so.
They used that hack. Looks like they did pop it here. Look at this pressure right now. They're trying to come through. They're taking so much damage from this crossfire. Great positioning there in Remix. Now looking for a flank. They don't realize that Kuhl's the one there, but they're pushing from both sides. Pulsza gets the down on Kuhl from the other door. The glitch is forced to run away. They have to buy enough time for Remix's flank to matter. But hey, guess who's watching it? It's Pulsza, passive on the trench, exactly where he wants to be. Emess down by Hylight, though. They're flooding it over the left side. Can Corrupt get one? He can. That doesn't connect, though. It's 2 versus 1. Everyone on Iron Apes will now fall. They'll even get that res too and get the defuse. Everything they could possibly want, and they're going to be 1 round away from closing out map number 5.
This tie is for the biggest lead we've had in this game so far. It's been back and forth, round for round. It's a heavyweight bout, and I mean, being up 2 is large for them, but just being 1 point away from securing this map and securing your spot in the grand finals, that's even better. What a way for them to go out for Iron Apes if they get reverse swept here, especially after it almost happening to them in the match before this.
Yeah, it can't feel, it felt great, I'm sure, denying it last time, but it can't feel great being up 2-0 and just having it slip away almost once and actually twice if they can't come back here. But Right Turtle are looking like they have figured out how they want to approach this defense. I think the way that they have been rotating, I think the way that they have been re-peeking once the plant comes down has been just too difficult for Iron Apes to answer. And because of that, they might be shifting their plans over. You can see the glitch all the way over on A, spotting with the UAV, maybe willing to move, but the bomb is over by A, glitch is over by B, spotting him, but the bomb is on the other side of the map.
Playing this a lot more passively. Not much space being given up on the site. They might still play for the retake fully from the defensive side. They've played it well the last 2 rounds, and that's really why they have this lead, is because they said, you know, we can give this up. We have the better retake potential. We've played it great the first 2 times. Let's see if we can do it again. A couple shots being traded, but nothing really substantial from either side. Oh, Hylight gets caught. They're Slop on the flank here. Padded steps, he could get away if they don't try and single him out and chase him.
Which they might do, but look at how little time they have left. They are definitely looking to do something with him. Look at their shift. They want Slopodopolous dead, but they don't seem to realize how little time is left. 20 seconds. Now they're saying, all right, well, Slop's behind. They also don't realize that Emess, I think, is behind too. No, he's on the far side. He's on a flank, but now they have to move. They get one. They down him as well. This could be ideal for him. Emess now coming in. Doesn't even get one here. Now Slop's flank not working anywhere near as well as it would have. Prosper does get 2 downs. If Slop pushes in right now, it could be perfect. And he is. They're looking for this res. There's a stim pack. They can't go for the reses now because Slop is still here. No Halo drones. They can't find it, but he stims himself, looking to fight Corrupt, but he's getting run at, punched by Kuhl, and narrowly they hang on. It was
looking like Kuhl from yesterday, huh?
Yeah, seriously. I liked the plan, man. I liked the game plan. They just... Iron Apes realized what they had to do.
No, Iron Apes realized what they had to do. They went chasing Slop, but Slop stayed alive and far away and just kind of played cat and mouse with them long enough where the timer said, yo, we gotta turn around, we gotta plant this bomb. So they go into the site. The problem was, even though a smoke came out, Emess came out of Cubby way too early. He could have just vibe poisoned them if they go for the plant. Prosper could have a crossfire, but they just gave up too early, ran out there, got killed.
Yeah, tough. Tough on him. I think the one person caught in that corner that ended up downed by the Halo drones, that was just a little bit, just a step further forward than they need to be. 2 players on B, maybe tricking the UAV, but he's going to see them disappear, so he knows that Prosper's rotating away. But Hylight is shifting back over. Glitch has the bomb this time, so I think they were considering moving towards B. You can see Remix there as well, making some noise, but they're going to go back over to A again. It did just work. They're hoping to get it to work again, and now Pulsza 1 step back. Not going to commit to that corner unless he knows that it's going to be safe. But there's a lot of ground kind of being given to them because, like you said, they want to play for that post play.
Yeah, just don't mess it up this time by leaving your good crossfire spots like Cubby. You don't want to give that up too soon, putting yourself in a bad position. You won most of the retake potential rounds because you didn't give that spot up, even when they rushed it. Nice poison coming through, but Halo drones from Kuhl, they sneak past, and that's the reason why he pushed like that.
Yeah, they will be able to get the res. Does Kuhl want to get it? He tried to push the poison, but obviously they're going to see him coming. Emess is going to call that, so Kuhl's forced back and low on HP now. But here comes the glitch hack. No chance to use any abilities here now that they might have been holding on to. Slop and Pulse is still holding their angles, waiting for someone to push, but they can still sit back. Smoke grenades will likely come in sooner rather than later, with Right Turtle looking to come back in. They get spot on that reveal. Emess so low. Who's on the flank? It's Kuhl going the long way around, but I'm not sure if he's sprinting or walking. We'll know if they turn around.
Oh, that's padded steps. He's
Padded
walking
steps.
around.
They won't know, but now they're moving again. He has to start moving now. They can hear him if they're listening, but they're probably too distracted. Kuhl on the flank does find Prosper. Gets down, though. They turn around and get him in time. It's going to come down to just these last couple of gunfights. 2 versus 2 now. Can't hit each other. Emess wins it. But Corrupt can still stop the bomb. Pulsza going for the defuse. They get meleeed. Emess runs in with the katana and removes any chance of Iron Apes to stop the reverse sweep. They will be eliminated, and Right Turtle earned the right to go right back up to those grand finals and face off against Cute Hamster